try and ping him on the phone, though. I kind of want to see if he gives us an opportunity to chat with him while on vacation, because he checks out.
Yeah, I was surprised we got a text message from him, and then
this morning.
And then he just kind of dropped it in and disappeared again into the abyss.
I was like, what's going on? Is his flight delayed? Did he not make it out there in time?
I assume he was just he came across something on the socials or medias.
Yes, my name is Ben Brust. That is Kyle Wallace. Yes, Tony Smith.
Tony Smith. The Marquette Hall of Famer.
Hey, Ben loves me, people.
Emergency SOS. The approximate location of Ben Brust has changed. We're receiving this message because Ben has listed you as an emergency. You are not.
I'm your emergency contact.
No.
Look at that.
Little baby.
When did Marquette...
Are you okay?
I'm all good. Actually,
why am I your emergency contact?
that might be spam. Do not click that link.
It's from Homer.
It's from Homer.
I got it.
It's from Homer?
Let me see.
Tony Smith, the Hall of Famer for Marquette, apparently is my listed emergency contact.
It's a text from Home Slice, and he
walked in here. He goes, Strofe, I had to block Homer.
Wait. You said turn your phone off to Homer?
Yeah. Homer's hacked.
Homer's phone is hacked. But why is it saying Ben Brust?
I don't know. Homer loves me. Maybe
this is crazy.
Yeah.
Emergency contact?
No, Homer and Tony Smith are not my emergency contacts. I now have a fiance. We have a child. All the social security numbers.
Cool. If I'm your emergency contact, you're gonna die.
I was gonna say those two might be two of the worst people to have as emergency contacts. Them and Chewy.
Tony ain't getting up for anybody.
No,
he dying. He's good.
He 100% is not.
Homer, what do they want? Emergency?
That was the weirdest thing because it legitimately said, emergency SOS, you are Ben Brust's emergency contact.
And it said something about approximate location. This is weird.
Homer's phone is hacked right now.
Gotta be.
What does it have to do with you?
I don't know.
That's crazy. What is Homer?
Maybe they think that if it gets to me, that I would.
Is Homer being held ransom right now? Has anybody checked on Homer?
I'm on it.
I mean, we need to make sure he's okay. And then why is Ben being dragged into this?
I don't know. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless talk and text line. Liss is more. Kyle's holding his Green Bay Packers
trivia. It's my Packers calendar. It's my yearly Packers calendar for 2025.
You've done a really bad job of bringing these into the show.
I could bring it in more often. I kept it right here. I just look at it.
Strophy and I love some good trivia.
Here's some good trivia. We're first trying to check, I think, on Home Slice to make sure.
We'll let Strofe do that. He's working the phones, making sure Homer's not being held ransom.
I hope he is actually on the phone with Homer. So right now, the trivia of the day, KBN Nation, on Monday, February 17th. Let me know if you know this, Ben Brust, or KBN Nation text in at 800-990-3776. Now, Ben Brust.
Yes, Kyle Wallace.
What former Florida State star rushed for a career high of 1,067 yards for the division champion Packers in 1995?
1995.
Who was the running back for the Green Bay Packers in 1995?
Is there A, B, C, D?
I think I know it, but
You should know
it's too early.
You should
it's
know
Edgar
it.
Bennett, right?
It's Edgar Bennett.
Yeah, you know who that is.
Yeah.
Who is it?
It's Edgar Bennett. Of course it's Edgar Bennett. You know what number Edgar Bennett was, Ben?
Yeah, Ben.
27.
Oof. Wow. He doesn't know who Edgar Bennett is.
34.
Damn.
There you
Good
go.
job.
Nicely done.
Yeah, I had a couple running backs. Eddie Lacy, I don't know why 27 was the first one that popped in my head.
Good job, Ben. Yeah, that is it. I didn't know he went to Florida State.
That's the thing that threw me off was the Florida
You only got one question for us?
Yeah, go to the weekend. What did we miss over the weekend?
We can definitely go back to the weekend since we want trivia. Here we go. Valentine's Day.
Hey.
What was the love story that day? The Packers began a season-high 4-game winning streak in 2022 with a 28-19 win on the road against what NFC North foe in Week 13?
Week 13, 2022. So this was the year that they lost to the Lions.
This was Aaron Rodgers'
final season. It had to have been.
Say the score again.
28-19.
The Chicago Bears.
The Bears is what I was going to guess.
Chicago Bears, that's right. Here goes the last one right here. The Packers, 29 first-place finishes entering the 2024 calendar year are the most in NFL history. What franchise is next with 25 first-place finishes?
In any division?
In any division, yes.
Pittsburgh?
It's got to be New England now. It might be Pittsburgh.
I'm going
I
to
don't
go Pittsburgh.
I'm going to go New England.
I'm going to go, you both are wrong. The Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys. That just shows you how awful they've been the last.
They haven't won a Super Bowl since what, the 90s?
They haven't won a Super Bowl since 1995, I think.
Damn.
94, 95.
The same year
season.
Edgar Bennett was running wild from Florida State.
I believe the Packers lost in the NFC Championship game to the Cowboys that year.
Over to the KBN Sports Desk with Alex Strofe.
Being a homer.
Chef Ed texted in and said he texted with Homer this morning. He's fine.
Yeah, well, this morning is not 2:05 where we're getting random texts that he's,
Wait, Homer
needing
didn't
me
answer?
as an emergency contact.
We need a silver alert. We have a missing elderly man.
Don't do that.
No, I'm dead serious. Homer is missing.
He is missing until we hear from him. And he usually is listening to the show.
He usually is listening to the show, so he would have called in by now and said, I'm fine.
I'm good.
You know what's crazy is that Tony texted and said, turn off your phone, but he didn't call him to check on him.
I mean, I'm going to text Homer right now. Are you okay? No, now he's going to get you. You may have already done that.
I
Strofe.
told him to call us.
Are you okay?
All right, let's hope Homer's
I just
okay.
texted him, Homer, call me when you can at Studio Line.
All right, he's fine, I'm sure.
I don't know how we got here other than the fact that we got to
here's-
make sure Homer's
Here was
okay.
my perspective of what happened. Our buddy Tony Smith, Marquette Hall of Famer, was over at 101.7 The Truth. We're not going to talk about the show that's on from 12 to 1 on that station. Though.
Truth to power, Kyle Wallace.
He was hanging out with Tori Lowe.
Dump.
Yep. And and he comes in here, he goes, Striff, you got to see this. Homer's gone mad. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, I had to block Homer.
You blocked him?
I go, what do you mean you had to block Homer? He goes, read this. And it's just over and over and over again. SOS, the location of Ben Brust has changed from Homer.
I saw a bunch of them. Were they all me?
They're all
say
you.
Your name.
What the hell is going on around here?
And then he said he blocked him.
Is he tracking me?
Are you? Maybe.
Do I need to send somebody, do I need security? Where's my security guards around
You
here?
think Homer is tracking you? I mean, you were moving a little bit this weekend. You had Valentine's Day in another city, is my understanding.
Yeah, I mean, technically. So as discussed, I lucked my way into this. My Christmas gift was because the comedian she wanted to see in Sebastian Maniscalco was at the Resch Center in Green Bay. I tried to do a Christmas gift around that show, in which we stayed at Lodge Kohler up in Green Bay. So we did the spa, we did the services, the massage, the pedicure, the dinner,
All
the
right,
show.
cool. For sure. You're just bragging now. Cool.
I was hoping for some cool.
very
Cool. But the non-cool part is because we didn't have a kid, I acted like I was 24 again.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Wait, Strofe, you don't know this?
drinks were flowing, huh?
So this is so embarrassing.
No, it's fun.
No, it's not
wait
fun.
a minute. Is this going where I hope it's going after you told us a little something last week?
So on Friday, yes, I did say something. How do you remember that?
Because I produced the show.
These
3
guys
hours a day?
didn't remember this as I was telling them the story before
I
you
wish
joined
I
show
would have
prep.
known. Are you about to tell me what I think you're about to tell me?
Yes, you're gonna hear this. So I go to the bar after the show at the Resch Center in Green Bay, and great bar, Tavern at the Sky, I believe it's called. Great bar, prime seats, great bartenders, and I was like, damn. I don't think I ate enough at dinner because I am definitely have had a lot of drinks.
No, they poured a little extra heavy for the legendary Ben Brust.
And so it was 9:45, and let me know if this is IPT, by the way. The kitchen closes at 10. It was 9:45, probably closer to 9:50 because I wanted, yeah. Is the kitchen still open? He brought me a menu. He said, yeah, and I prefaced this with
How busy was it?
not that it was starting to dwindle of people that were
Probably
like
IPT then.
yeah,
no, it's not.
No,
it's not.
no. It was dwindling of people that they were serving at the bar.
Doesn't matter.
There was still a party of people eating food, so the kitchen was open.
Doesn't
Okay.
matter. Kitchen
Okay,
closes
then you're
at 10. It closes at 10. You can order at 9:58 if you want to.
I ordered
That's how life
an
works.
expensive like entree, Strofe. Like they didn't have I wanted wings. I would have done anything for wings. I don't know why I didn't just go hey, go on my phone and pick random pizza place and get wings delivered like normal people do to a hotel. I decided we ate at this restaurant before so I had short ribs, very good. I decided to order pork tenderloin. Isn't that outrageous?
That is quite the thing to order at 10 o'clock at
You
night.
could have said anything.
Anything.
I never thought that was coming out of your
pork
mouth.
tenderloin.
Do you even
with,
eat pork
with
tenderloin?
rice. I love pork tenderloin.
Oh, really? Okay, that's just an odd taste to have
so
at 10 o'clock
this
at night.
this bill was shockingly large.
Yeah, you were having a good time
having
with
a
your
good time.
lady.
But when you throw on, I mean, it's not exactly like a cheap restaurant. Nobody throws on pork tenderloin at 10 o'clock onto their like to go. So I get this pork tenderloin to go. I go down. I realize I have no utensils.
Wait, hold on. Question.
Yep.
Where's the fiance?
She's with me the whole time.
Oh, she's sitting next to you.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Was she
Yeah.
ordering food?
No, she was
sense.
just in like Lulu La La Land, Looney Land
Oh,
as
I'm
well.
jealous. This sounds like a fantastic.
We had a great day.
You're both a little tipsy.
Yes.
This is Saturday night?
Saturday night.
Okay, nothing wrong with
In
this.
Green Bay,
And you don't have a
Wisconsin.
baby.
No baby.
Okay, everything you've said so far is fair.
Safe, not driving. We had a shuttle back and
Great.
forth. But I go down and there's no utensils. So I start grabbing the pork tenderloin with my hand and start scooping rice. And I am eating this thing like I am
Sloppy.
barbaric.
Yeah, sloppy. You're sloppy.
You ate rice with your hands?
Well, no, I scooped the rice with the pork tenderloin.
Oh, my gosh. There was probably food everywhere.
Everywhere.
You woke up in the morning like, oh, my gosh.
It was horrible. We had.
What did I do?
We had Reese's
This man
and
is using a tenderloin as a spoon.
a spoon. We had
insane.
Reese's. We had peanut M&Ms in the fridge, so it'd be nice and cold. I think I'm like this is like the greatest day ever. Stomach starts getting a little rumbly, and I lay down in the bathroom.
Oh, no.
She gives me a pillow.
Oh,
I'm
no.
butt naked.
Whoa, oh, wow.
No,
That was too much information.
no. So she
Too much information. You could have left.
but I'm saying she's laying towels over me, which was very nice. But at that point, she just left me in there for dead.
So you threw up.
Yeah, it all came out.
Ugh.
Yeah,
I thought you don't puke.
I thought I didn't puke either. I'd said on Friday.
Yeah, what happened today? Oh, I never puked.
You know what that's called?
A liar?
Karma.
No,
Karma.
it's called you a lie.
I'm a lie.
You were definitely a lie. Talking about I've never throw up. I said, well, what about when you had the flu? Obviously the flu, but I don't throw up.
I woke up with the biggest headache too, and I was like, "This is brutal." I did the cold plunge, like to the steam room with the massage, and I'm like, I ruined all the money that I spent because now I got a headache, and my body feels good.
I mean, actually, Ben, how gross you are throwing up. I'm proud of you. Because as parents, you need a little weekend like that. I actually envy you the fact that you got to have a getaway weekend.
I actually think like it's
got to live it up.
Should
a
I
little
feel proud that
You know
I lived
what?
it up?
I think you should be proud. I've got actually zero issue with this. You're disgusting, but
I mean, the
that's not
fact that
surprising.
I was scooping rice with a pork tenderloin at 10:15 at night.
That's fun. I like that.
It's fun, but come on, man. I got a kid. Like,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be this adult.
I mean, you are supposed to be an adult.
but they didn't give me any fork or spoon
but
or
also,
knife.
you're you, dude. You're barely an adult. Like, you've got a kid and you're doing a great job with her. But
sometimes you revert back to bad habits.
See, people are thinking it's karma for ordering so late to the kitchen.
Yeah.
They think they undercooked
a pork
the pork
tenderloin at
tenderloin.
9:50 is kind of nuts.
What a weird move. I wanted wings. They didn't have wings in that
Yes,
restaurant.
you went to the pork tenderloin?
What
Those
was
aren't exactly cousins
was
in the
to
food
get
pyramid.
was supposed to get
Quesadillas.
shrimp? No. This was like everything was like super like shrimp or tartare or this. I'm like,
They didn't have like a
You're at
lobster
Tavern of the
mac or
Sky.
something like that.
It's
You could
very
have got.
nice.
Or?
no mac and cheese, like nothing. I could like late night snack. So I went all the way in with
They have
the
a
pork
burger?
tenderloin. No burger.
Fancy burger. No,
No
not
fancy
even-
burger.
Not even a $20 burger.
Go ahead, look it up. All right,
He's right, you know.
look up.
Oh, wow.
Look up Tavern of the Skies
I bet
menu,
he's
and
right.
if you were at 9:50 ordering food because you were late night out, what would you get? Because
All right,
you're gonna look.
I'm about to look at this menu, Tavern in the Sky.
Whatever. I was at the Sky.
You
I
were
was at the
definitely
Sky that
you
day,
were definitely at the Sky that day, having a great time, hanging out with your Valentine. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Tartars. Oh yeah, I mean, oof, yeah.
Dirty D, you have some questions. I'll gladly answer them. I'm an open book. You're on the Carbless Talking text line.
Oh wow, this is expensive, Ben.
I know.
I'm glad you had fun, but first of all, the first question I have for you, if you realized you didn't have utensils, why didn't you go back and get some?
It's a great question.
Diana, I was in survival mode. I wasn't thinking. I was like, I'll eat it with my hands. It seemed like the best idea at the time.
And then the other thing that you cared to share online about you being butt naked?
In the bathroom. That was too much.
It's called.
There you go.
I was just trying to set the scene.
No, that's nasty, Ben. That's nasty.
She laid some towels over me.
But on the radio?
Right, you got kids listening. You talking about you butt naked?
You can't see me on the radio, Dirty D. You can see me on YouTube, all looking fresh as can be on YouTube at ESPN Madison. At
Dirty
ESPN
D got the pictures in her mind of a
I
naked
look like
Ben
Gronk.
Brust.
She loves Gronk. It's a great image for her.
Much smaller than Gronk.
That's enough. That's enough of that.
Josh Jacobs talked about Jordan Love with about 18 million cliches. Yes, Alex.
Real quick follow-up that I forgot to bring up last week. Derek, a.k.a. DP, texting into the Cardinals Talking text line. Didn't Ben also puke at his fancy St. Louis party a couple
That's
months
what
back?
I brought that up to him off air. I said, didn't you throw up in St. Louis? What was he just
I'm
made
a
up some
fraud.
excuse?
I'm a fraud.
He is a fraud. He said that. What did you say? That was the food. That was the.
I ate too much queso.
That was the queso.
You puke more than anybody on this panel.
I guess I'm the puke guy now.
Ben. Stinky Ben is the puke Ben, the fraudulent Ben.
Man, why does KBN Nation have such memories like elephants? You guys remember everything. It's crazy. Josh Jacobs.
Come on. Get there.
Speaks glowingly of Jordan Love.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman
I'm sorry that I don't want to touch Ben's Peter.
on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Romeo. This 3-syllable, you have to take the O out of the equation. That's too easy.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Iota, right? Not one iota.
Iota. Yeah. That's only 4 letters.
Weekdays from 9 to noon
Let's pretend you're a first-time listener to Wilde and Tausch. What the hell is this? They're discussing syllables.
on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Men, you're being robbed of your potential. Research shows a shocking 1% annual decline in testosterone levels. That's why building muscle feels impossible and your confidence is at an all-time low. But here's the truth. You're not alone in this uphill battle. Mentality's physician-directed, FDA-approved treatment doesn't just level the playing field, it restores your body's powerful balance. Our patients experience a documented 30% increase in their testosterone levels. Stop struggling and turn this around. Defy the odds and reclaim your masculine edge at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
When you don't compromise on the court, you shouldn't compromise off of it either. Lose the calories, not the taste. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Copyright 2024.
Hey, Bucks fans, enjoy Michelob Ultra at Maddie's Bar and Grill, Papa Stash, Tavern on 6, Joe Cat's Pub, Camp Bar Wauwatosa, Maxwell's, Thirsty Buck, State Street Pizza, and Stenny's Lake Country. Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks.
For more than 40 years, Network Health has been the trusted experts in health plans. Just like you, they're honest, hardworking, and grateful to call Wisconsin home. Whether you're seeking coverage for yourself, your family, or your employees, Network Health has you covered with a range of options, including individual and family marketplace plans, employer plans, and Medicare Advantage plans. Call Steve Llewellyn, Saganiac Planning, 262-783-6161. 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service. The Saganiac Planning Marquette basketball greatest scorers. Marcus Howard has all the records at Marquette, and his greatness might also be best explained by saying he passed George Thompson. Thompson, 1,773 points when finishing in 1969. It was the Marquette career mark until 2009, 40 years later. And with Marcus Howard, Thompson the only player averaging over 20 points per game for a career. George Thompson, not number one, but he belongs in the same room with Marcus Howard.
Get ready, Oak Creek. Tsunami Express is making a splash with a brand new location at 6900 South 27th Street. Join the grand opening celebration February 12th through the 23rd. Enjoy free washes and snag an unbeatable deal. Just $5 for your first month of unlimited washes. Plus, 100% of the grand opening proceeds go to Special Spaces Wisconsin, creating dream bedrooms for kids battling cancer. Make a difference while getting your car sparkling clean at Tsunami Express in Oak Creek. See you there. Offer valid for new members only. Terms and conditions apply.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe. All right, here's how much of a good time that we had, Strofe, on Saturday. Cool. We got back at like noon on Sunday, and my dad had then left.
Okay.
Baby girl didn't take a great nap. Okay. So that meant she was going to be up a long time. We were like yelling at each other about who was going to get the first nap. Who was going to be on daughter duty?
You lost that.
I won.
Argument. Oh, you took the first nap.
I took the first nap. I won. I win. But now she's not feeling good, and that means I'm going to be taking care of
the fiance or the baby?
Is everyone sick in this world?
No.
Seriously.
I mean, I'm not.
No.
For real, though.
800-990-3776. I don't know if it is because my first year of having a child, but I feel like there is the most sickness I've ever seen in the entire world going on at once. Everyone's getting sick right now. This is insane.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from it. I damn near, because now that I'm in Gen Pop now where I sit at, I thought about wearing a mask to work.
You're talking about how our seating moved and you moved from an office into a regular desk amongst people.
Gen Pop is awful. It sucks. I've had it for 3 hours and I already determined it's terrible.
What are your thoughts from this morning?
I hate it. I hear all the conversations. I hear everybody stressing and worried, and then they get loud randomly. This sucks. Y'all are entirely too loud. Not productive enough.
Did I do anything incorrect?
You popped over a couple times. Maddie popped up on me one time. I was in the middle of a conversation with somebody else, and here she is just hovering over me.
You're referring to Madison Hayes 24 on Instagram.
Madison Hayes 24 on Instagram. Yeah.
Those two in the studio booth, they're big time hoverers.
Yeah, and then they sitting at the same desk like they're in bunk beds. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
We've been doing that forever.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Desk.
I didn't know
he
that.
Doesn't leave it. He didn't leave his office. Now he's in Gen Pop, so he's got to converse with
I feel like Martha Stewart when she had to go to jail. Just out of place. Out of place.
It's kind of the opposite.
You sound like such a
snob.
Diva.
Yeah.
Gen Z energy.
I don't think y'all understand how drastic of a change this is when you have your own piece where you close your door and you literally are locked out from the world. I did not realize everything that goes on in his office. It's terrible. Terrible.
Well, we'll continue to hear from Kyle Wallace complain daily about his new setup at the workplace. But somebody who's not complaining about his new workplace is Josh Jacobs.
Wow, what a transition.
I nailed that one.
Holy smokes, hungover Betty's on one today.
No, I'm actually 110%. It's the rest of the family that's doing bad. That being said, let's hear from Josh Jacobs on Jordan Love.
Special, man. I don't think people really know how good he is. Mm-hmm. I think he was like 5th in like QBR this year, and that was a down year for him, supposedly. So I think that he's very poised. He's one of them guys, man, where like he's never rattled. He's gonna stay in. He's gonna be the last guy in the building. He's gonna be the first guy in the building. He does everything the right way. He talks to the guys. He has relationships with the guys, and then when he get on that field, his arm, like the talent, I'm like, man, I think when he gets like truly comfortable in what he know his capabilities he can do, and then also within the offense, sky's the limit for that dude, man.
That, Josh Jacobs with John Gruden of Barstool Sports. Man, is this guy a coach's kid? I mean, the amount of cliches in here are insane. Last guy out, first guy in, relationships with everybody. The sky is the limit, the talent. Wait till he gets his comfortability.
I like to hear it. This is exactly what I want to hear. This is encouraging for me, and it should be encouraging for all Packers fans. As Jordan Love, the emergence is coming, right? He jumped onto the scene 2 years ago, 2023 football season, where he arrived, right? And then last year he had ups and downs, but I really think the emergence of Jordan Love happens next year. Jordan Love will pop. When him going into year 3 as a starter, year 6 as an NFL player, this will be the year that Jordan Love takes that next step, and he takes that big leap.
Okay, so what does that mean? Is he going to be a top 3 MVP candidate?
Jordan Love is going to be a top 5 MVP candidate. I can't guarantee top 3, but I feel good about him being a top 5 MVP candidate next year. And I feel like Jordan Love at the point next year is you start seeing a different leader, right? You start seeing a guy that inspires guys around him, and this team gets elevated. What you're going to see from this football team is expectations. I expect the Green Bay Packers to go to the NFC Championship game. Absolutely go to the NFC Championship game. With the offense that they return, they need some other pieces, right? They do need some pieces. But with the offense that they return, they have multiple games over 30 points. The rushing attack they're going to have that's going to continue to get better with Josh Jacobs getting even more comfortable. Jordan Love continuing to get comfortable in the offense. The Packers being able to kind of reconfigure how they do that play-action fake football passing game. I really believe that year 3, Packers fans should be very, very excited for what is to come from Jordan Love. And as he said, we didn't know that he was top 5 in adjusted QBR, but Josh Jacobs did. He sees the work that he puts in. He sees the talent that Jordan Love has. The biggest thing that Jordan Love ran into this year is that he was not consistently healthy. If we can get a consistently healthy Jordan Love on this football team next year, I promise you, as he said, the sky's are the limit. You're going to see a Jordan Love that we all believe that we thought we were going to get this season. So I promise you that.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Strophe running the show. KBN Nation 800-990-3776. Jordan Love, I'm still in the confusion phase. I'm not going to lie.
Confusion?
I'm in the confusion phase because I know how great he can be. We all saw it with our own eyes. We saw it at the end of 2023. And as much as I want to make excuses, right? Like there were times where he looked good and looked bad, and he was injured. Like I know Kyle wants to give him a pass for the injuries.
100%. We should give him a pass.
But ultimately, like last year, I'm not saying that they won in spite of him, but in a way, there were times that they kind of did win with his lack of performance.
Nah, you a damn lie.
Okay, so how was Jordan Love's performances when they played the Eagles, when they played the Lions, and when they played the Vikings?
Well, you just said they won in spite of him and then brought up losses.
All the losses.
Okay.
In the games that he didn't play well, the team lost. And I mean, didn't start well in some of those games.
Change one in spite of him. Change two, he was the reason why they weren't as good last year.
Okay, now that I can swallow a little bit, and that shows you the importance of your quarterback position and importance of everybody around you being good.
But that's why he confuses me. But I don't know. I don't know if I need I know we've had a lot of conversation about edge, cornerback, wide receiver. Wide receiver more for Jordan makes sense to have the conversation, but goodness, he carried them. Their defense wasn't as good in 2024. And I think if you could choose a season, which season would you choose, 23 or 24? As a whole, I'm not even talking Jordan.
23 was more exciting.
Yeah, I mean,
it was more exciting. But the quarterback performed at a very high level,
and then they won a game as a 7 seed, and were competing in the next round. They didn't compete at the end of the year. It sucked at the end of the year.
The Packers did not compete at the highest level we would have preferred, with the loss to the Minnesota Vikings, the loss to the Chicago Bears, and a loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. It was an ugly finish to the year. They had no momentum whatsoever. But overall, as a whole, when I look at this football season in 2024, we have to understand that the Green Bay Packers are right on schedule. At the end of the day, they won 2 more games than they won the previous season, and then we feel pretty confident going into next year that the guys should take the next step, at least defensively. Offensively, there's still some question marks to exactly see how what Jaden Reed's potential is. We don't have Christian Watson. We don't know what's going to be up with Romeo Doubs and his health. But overall, I still do feel good about the progression of this overall football team because we have a great running back, and if healthy, Jordan Love will be great, right? He played through nagging injuries last year, so you saying the Packers won despite him, or the Packers, he didn't step up.
He was the reason why they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, in many of the games, he was hurt. He was injured. And half of those games that you listed,
I hear Jen Gabe and Chewy, I hear Mark Tauscher, I hear Brian Bulaga. The rest of the NFL's hurt too. Everyone's hurt.
Yeah, but your quarterback being hurt is very, very important. And Jordan Love, he admitted the fact that the original knee injury led to the hip injury, then later on he had that elbow injury, and so Jordan Love was not 100% for the Green Bay Packers. Now, we can't predict whether or not he's going to be healthy next year, but I do feel confident in this Green Bay Packers football team and a quarterback in Jordan Love that he will elevate his play in year 3, and he will be the quarterback we fully expected him to be. He's going to be a franchise quarterback next year, and he's going to be one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL next year. I feel very confident around that. And
why?
Simply off
because of Josh Jacobs?
Not just off of Josh Jacobs, but based off the things I like about Jordan Love. And granted, at the end of the year in that playoff game, atrocious, bad game overall. But what I like overall about Jordan Love is that when he had to turn it around with all those interceptions, he did that, right? He had one interception to end the regular season in the Bears game, and it was just a little. It wasn't a bad decision. It ended up being a little overthrow for bad pass. But other than that, he played cleaner football. The Green Bay Packers didn't ask Jordan Love to win a lot of football games. They asked him to be a little bit more of a game manager, to make some throws, and they let Josh Jacobs run all over teams. But when he did need to elevate his play, he did elevate his play against the Dolphins, and that was a really good game.
See,
But that was the schedule. That was the schedule.
I know that's the schedule, but all you're saying is he elevated his play against teams that were mid to below average.
I mean, but those were the games he had to play, and then so at the end of the year, I will say this against the Minnesota Vikings, that was a game. Meh, it was just meh.
I just need you see why I'm confused because I want to believe in all these things, but the evidence of last year has me a little bit of a. I'm going to dip my toe in the water before I'm going to jump all back in on Jordan Love.
No, so what you're saying is you don't believe in Jordan Love in the big games. You think that he still has that monkey on his back to be able to prove he can win in big games, despite what he did against the Cowboys 2 seasons ago, and despite what he did just in the regular season and in the regular season in 2023. You don't believe.
But again, all of it,
he can be that guy.
All of it is 2023. I'm not saying he can't be that guy, but until
so you're weighing what happened more frequently than what happened before that?
Yes, because of course I am. It was his first year, and you're supposed to take a bigger jump in that next year.
Do you think this has a lot to do with him, or has to do with the guys around him?
I think great quarterbacks are able to elevate the team around him. And when you see Tucker Kraft talk about the team and they can feel what was brewing, right? The quarterback, if Josh Jacobs can talk about he's got all these relationships and this, he's the last guy in, first guy in, last guy out, right? Like that should equate to team success. That's what the great ones have been able to do. That's what we always talk about at the quarterback position, how you separate yourself. I think he's doing all the right things. I love how steady he is. I love how he doesn't say the wrong things. But I need that to translate on the field. And until I see it again, I'm not just going to hold on to the end of 2023.
I just find it interesting that a team wins 11 games and a team won 9 games the previous year. They literally went in the right direction. I understand that season ended ugly. The Green Bay Packers did not have a great end with the Philadelphia Eagles, but the Philadelphia Eagles ended up steamrolling most teams other than the Los Angeles Rams. And they really didn't steamroll the Green Bay Packers either. But at the end of the day, Ben, what you have to understand is that
I understand.
No, I don't think you get it.
No, I understand.
No, I don't think you get it. The Green Bay Packers won more games this year than they won the previous season. And we see exactly what the issue is that they just weren't as good as we thought they were going to be or we wanted them to be. The Packers were not in the same class as the Detroit Lions, as the Minnesota Vikings, and as the Philadelphia Eagles. Those are the top 3 teams in the NFC. They weren't a top 3 team in the NFC. It's that easy to say. You're not going to always
and
be
Love
the best.
was a big reason as to why.
I mean, he played a role.
No, he was a big reason as to why. Because if you're going to cite all the other games that he played well that they won, and when they're down 28-0, I know he's coming back off of injury.
It seemed to me a lot of things were out of sync rhythm, and I put it more on Matt LaFleur than I do Jordan Love.
That's fine. Again, a lot of response coming in. It's 50-50 right now. Part of being an NFL QB is still able to play quality football being hurt. Love so far has proven he can't. That's from Matthew.
That's true.
Lasagna. Love saying lasagna when I read the text line. The Cardinals talking text line. Kyle, he went 1-5 in the division. 1-5.
So the game against the Bears, we count that against them?
I mean, it should be 0-6.
Oh, stop it.
I mean, you agree.
It should be 0-6. They blocked the field. What do you mean it should be? They blocked the field goal. What do you mean should be? They did what they were supposed to.
The team didn't do what they were supposed to.
The Packers blocked the field goal.
They let Caleb Williams and the bums get themselves in position to win the football game.
Yeah, it was the defense did that. But the Packers blocked the field goal. And then if you want to go keep doing that, Matt LaFleur getting failed to Green Bay Packers at the end of the year because they should have never lost that game to Chicago Bears. They should have had better clock management.
Don, who is a loyal fan and loves the Packers, praises and Kyle's optimism is good and all, but 2023 could be fool's gold. Next season has to be a prove-it season. It is a prove-it season.
I just think it's interesting that an 11-win football team is going into next year as a prove-it season. No, and when I talk about prove-it, maybe this is what Don is saying. The Packers need to prove they're elite. Because right now the Packers are a good football team.
I am saying all this knowing that they're a good team.
Okay. So,
I'm trying to see this whole, like we've said, Kyle, every time we talk about the Green Bay Packers is talking about how they can elevate to become a championship level team. And 1-5 in the division and losing to all those games against the Lions, Vikings, and
do you
Eagles.
Think they go 0-4? Do you think they go 0-4? Or forget it. You think they go 0 6, if they play if they play the Lions, I don't know if they play the Eagles. I don't know if they play the Eagles in the regular season. If they go 0-5 to those teams again next season, do you think that going into next year? Do you think that's possible?
It is until I don't see it.
No, it ain't happening. You can mark that down. You want to bet on something? We can bet on that. The Packers ain't going 0-4 to the Vikings and the Lions. You want to put money on it? I got money right here in my pocket. We can put money on that today. I don't even know what this team gonna look like. We can put money on. We can do that today.
Sick brag. You don't think the Packers are going to go 0-4 against the Vikings and the Lions?
You sitting here hesitating, talking about 1-5. It could have been 0-6. Okay, if you.
So what's success versus those two teams next year?
I mean, no, the Green Bay Packers.
What's your expectation, Mr. Tough Guy, throwing your money around?
The Packers, they're for sure going to at least split with the Lions, and they'll probably end up sweeping the Vikings.
All right, so at 2-2, you owe me money.
What do you mean at 2-2?
3-1 against the Vikings and the Mr. Confident didn't get so confident now.
No, you the one talking about they went 1-5.
Oh, so you're not that confident in the Packers.
I feel very confident in the Green Bay Packers.
Then actually put your money down there.
So what are you asking me to do?
I'm asking you to say, let's bet $20 right now.
$20
that the Packers go 3-1 against the Vikings and the Lions. If they go 2-2, I win.
4-2 in the division.
I'll take it.
Okay.
So,
4-2.
4-2. Kyle wins. 3-3. Ben wins.
3-3 or worse, I win. $20.
That is. Yeah, we can do something like that. Let's shake off air.
No. KBN Nation needs to know if you're about it.
No. Wait a minute now.
If Kyle's going to weasel out, I'd take that bet.
I'm not. It's not about you. It's about seeing if this guy has any gumption.
Wait a minute now. No. Because we just went from talking about 0-6 to 4-2. So I mean, it flipped up. I threw the money out there.
But your Packers that you believe in now, you don't believe in.
Wait a minute. I threw money out there with this.
Of course, I'm not gonna do 0-6. I know they're a good football team.
0-4 against those teams.
Gosh, you're so soft. You don't even believe in your team. That was so sad.
You don't believe in your stance.
You're embarrassing. You don't think they're gonna go 4-2 in the division?
Listen,
you won't put $20 down on the 4-2 in the division.
Wait a minute. I gotta think things through now. Money tight around the Wallace household right now.
Well, could have had more if you had some more gumption.
Isn't that the same guy that 2 minutes ago was? I'll put money on that.
Yeah, right now.
That was easy money.
But money's tight in the Wallace household.
Flip-flop. Kyle's back, everybody.
I love my girl, but I ain't spending $3 on her.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
What's going on? Big, come on.
It's getting tough. It's getting slow.
Ben, don't be pathetic. Your father's with your baby. They're listening. You gotta be better.
But I'm giving it my all. I don't know what you're at either.
Stop humping the ground.
Yeah.
Get up.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
The new year is here, and we all know it's the perfect time to hit the reset button. Let's be real, guys. Feeling confident in how you look and feel isn't just for women. That's where Quintessa Aesthetic Center comes in. From now through March 31st, Quintessa is offering exclusive packages to help you start 2025 as a more confident you. Whether it's weight loss plans or even IV therapy, Quintessa has personalized options backed by medical experts to help you look and feel your absolute best. Visit myquintessa.com to learn more. Make 2025 the year you feel confident inside and out.
Drum roll, please.
Carbliss is here with refreshing new flavors. Introducing their Tropical Bliss Variety Pack. Let the summertime flavors of blood orange, watermelon, raspberry, and grapefruit whisk you away from the winter blues. New flavors, same great Carbliss perks. Every handcrafted cocktail still has 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and just 100 calories. Find the Tropical Bliss Variety Pack in store wherever Carbliss is sold and enjoy your winter passport to paradise. Grab a pack today and discover why less is more with Carbliss.
Okay, raise your hand if you want to make your life a little bit easier. Great. Now raise your other hand if you like to be comfortable. Perfect. Now that you have both hands raised, imagine putting on your shoes. And that, folks, right there is your answer to an easier, more comfortable life. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. This is footwear you don't need your hands to put on. They can be raised in the air, and you can just step it and go. Why don't you experience what people can't stop talking about? Life-changing Skechers Slip-ins. Get your Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a Breakfast Baconator. Roll with the Sausage Breakfast Burrito. Buddy it up with a Honey Buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then, go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Steinhaffel's President's Day sale is happening now. Find great deals on amazing bonus buys throughout the entire store. Then take an extra $100 off every $14.99. Plus, get a $100 MasterCard for every $14.99. See store for details. Or make your new room more affordable with Steinhaffel's 36-month 0% financing. Get in today because these deals won't last long. Shop in-store or online at steinhaffels.com.
So many of our youth carry unimaginable burdens. Anger, depression, even thoughts of suicide. At Rawhide Youth Services, we recognize their pain. We help them find hope and healing. For those that need a second chance at life, we refuse to give up on them. Please be a part of our life-saving work. When you donate your used vehicle to Rawhide, you're helping change the lives of countless youth in our communities. Go to rawhide.org/donate and help them realize a brighter future today.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sportsbook, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
At the Knickerbocker Hotel, we believe your stay should be as convenient and luxurious as possible. Whether you're planning a small meeting or a special event, our versatile space is perfect for any occasion. Start your day with a delicious meal at the Knick Restaurant and Bar, or unwind at the Knick Salon and Spa. Wanting to stay active? Their 24-hour fitness center is always available. If you need something custom made or alterations made, there's a tailor on site. The Knickerbocker, where every detail is designed with your comfort in mind. For more information and to book your next stay, visit knickerbockeronthelake.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Welcome back.
Kyle got alligator arms really fast there as I tried to place a wager with him. My name's Ben Brust alongside fraudulent Kyle Wallace.
You know, I got a lot of things coming up in my life.
You just went through the whole Rolodex.
Yeah, I know. You feel bad for me, don't you? I guess somebody planning a wedding.
I got a wedding. I got 7 that aren't myself. It's a lot.
7 of
Are
them?
you in any weddings? Or your fiance? Because that's still coming out.
She's in like 3 of them.
Ooh, all them dresses. You know what I hate about weddings? And if you're
Why do they have to get a new dress every event?
Colors, man. Colors matter.
Drives me nuts.
Well, you talking about a new dress for every, like a different dress to go to different weddings?
Whether it's a wedding, whether it's an event, they always need a new dress.
Oh, those dresses get one wear and that's it.
It's it.
You got to usually spread them out a little bit. But you know what bothers me? And it won't be happening at my wedding. It might happen at your wedding if you're offended by it. Oh, well, that's your fault. What I don't like is
hot start.
When bridesmaids, they all have on a similar color dress, but it's not the same dress. So they'll have a variation of the color.
They choose one that's comfortable for their body type.
2 10s in a bucket? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Unfortunately, you're calling out my fiance right now.
I mean, there's a lot. Every wedding I go to, all these women have on these dresses that are like similar in color, but not the same color. Some have a strap, some are strapless, some are tight, some are loose. I'm like, what the hell is going on? This doesn't match. It's not.
I might just be clueless. You said something that I didn't understand.
Some have straps.
No, before that. Two something in a bucket?
2 10s in a bucket.
2 10s in a bucket. I don't know either.
10s?
2 10s. 10s. 2 10s in a bucket is a saying, whatever rhymes with bucket.
Like 10
number?
Like
$10?
$10 bills. 2 10, like for the bet, if I would have said, man, 2 10s in a bucket.
$20.
Yeah, forget it.
So how did that work with the dresses?
Thing? Yeah, I don't get it.
I forgot why I used the phrase.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant, it's time to become relevant. Stroph's time to shine on KBN starts now.
2 10s in the bucket. We need to fix the NBA All-Star game.
Good luck.
2 10s in the bucket. Well, obviously, it should be about the fans. It's not about the fans. It's about the money. And it's not about the players because the players don't actually care. It seemed like Giannis maybe was going to try to care about the dunk contest after tweeting Saturday night that if Ja Morant does the dunk contest next year,
and
Giannis
Zach LaVine does, yeah.
And then Giannis asked about doing the dunk contest yesterday prior to the All-Star game. He says this.
How serious are you about doing the dunk contest, and why would you?
I got hacked last night. While I was sleeping,
Impressive.
they woke up in the middle of the night. They came next to the nightstand, took my phone out of my charger, went to their room, tweeted, and I found out this morning. That wasn't me. That was my kids tweeting.
Boo! Boo! And I love you, Giannis, but boo!
That's the first thing. I'm glad we booed together. Boo! Like, come on!
Boo.
I mean, I don't want him being in it because he's old.
Yeah, he wouldn't actually be able to do what he could do.
He's 30. What do you mean he's not that old? What 30-year-old does a dunk contest?
Freaking ancient, apparently.
Yeah. For an NBA player, 30 is old. What do you mean? And so overall, I don't want Giannis doing it, but I want there to be more stars, young stars like an Anthony Edwards. Do the dunk contest. Ja Morant, do the dunk contest. Heck, I want to see young stars who are rising up. They need to do the dunk contest, man. Jason Tatum, do the dunk contest.
Yeah, let's hear it from Mac McClung, and the crowd goes mild.
It's not going to get fixed. You know why? Because the players are complaining outwardly about it. Draymond Green on the broadcast, Kevin Durant on Twitter.
Why is Draymond Green even there?
That's a good point.
He's
y'all see Oscar Robinson roast him?
No. What
he goes, outside of passing the ball to Stephen Curry, he doesn't really know what to do.
No, he's Draymond Green is not very good right now. He's old and washed. I watched him at the Bucks game earlier.
He's older than me. I'm 33. He's got to be 30.
He's my age.
He's got to be 35.
He's my age and he looks 40. He's washed. I don't understand why they kept him.
Who's better at doing basketball / a media career? Is it Draymond Green or is it Doug Gottlieb?
Draymond.
Push, he says. Well, Doug Gottlieb.
They won. They won.
As the Green Bay Fighting Gottlieb's going to win yesterday over Wright State. That is their first win since before Thanksgiving. They had lost 21 in a row, which was by far the longest losing streak in the country. Does it matter?
No.
They're now 3-24.
No, it's sad. I wanted them to go the whole season without winning another game. It would have been amazing.
Well,
damn you, Wright State.
They may have momentum.
They said.
He said
you don't want to see us in March. They're building.
That's what he said.
February 16th, they get a win. Less than 2 weeks away from March.
They start
They're
getting
on the right path.
Who goes further, the Badgers, Marquette, UWM, or Green Bay?
Yeah, that's easy.
Oh, it's easy.
I mean, not easy, but I think.
Well,
Wisconsin
I mean, you
probably
could
goes the
easily
furthest.
eliminate one of them.
Yeah, Green Bay's not going very. I mean, UWM and Green Bay aren't. Only one of them will be going if they go.
Well, yeah, UWM's got to win a tournament.
They got to.
Same thing
so
with Green Bay.
Same tournament, in fact.
They're not going anywhere. Doug's going to be back on his radio show very soon.
No,
He already is on his radio show.
Maybe they give him another extra hour back.
No, he's not.
Brother, he's going to be back in Green Bay.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
I know.
They're already paying your former coach's son. They're still paying.
Wait, they're still paying Ryan.
They're still paying Will Ryan.
Was he a good coach?
They're paying 3 coaches right now. They can't afford to fire him and
who's
hire
the third
a 4th.
coach?
It's the dude they fired for Will Ryan.
Sundance?
No, Sundance got bought out because he took another job. It's Link Darner was his name.
My goodness, how do you hire? They got 3 coaches.
They got 3 coaches under. They're still paying.
I mean, Mark
for another
Murphy's
year.
an alum. Maybe he's taking care of all these guys.
He now he pays the athletic director's salary. Did you know that? At Green Bay?
Mark Murphy does?
Yeah, it's called the Mark and whatever his wife's name is, Murphy athletic director position.
Wait, he's not an alum from UW Green Bay. He went to Northwestern, I thought.
Yeah, he went to Northwestern. Or he was the AD at Northwestern. I don't think he went there.
Oh.
Anyway, all right, last thing for you fellas. Terrence Shannon Jr., former Illinois basketball player, now with the Timberwolves, had his jersey retired at Illinois yesterday. Issue was they hung the banner upside down. His jersey was upside down. His name was upside down. Everything was upside down. Badgers play Illinois tomorrow. How many signs will we see that are purposely held upside down? Because I'd like to peddle that narrative. I would like every Badgers fan to bring a sign and hold it upside down.
I love your creativity, but that ain't going to happen. My issue is Illinois just did a jersey retirement last week for Kofi Coburn.
Oh, wow. He got one, too. He was good.
Yeah, so if you're
like we're going too crazy here.
So it's
we're going way too crazy with raising jerseys right now. None of these guys went to a Final Four. They have how many?
37 of them.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I said this yesterday as well. Strofe explained to me that they have a very low bar. I mean, it's not a very low bar, but it's a
pretty
bar.
low bar. If you're a second-team All-American, you get your jersey hung.
That's baloney. Do something for the university. Don't just get the individual accolade.
Yeah, that helps for recruiting. Oh boy, not only did he do something for the university, he beat his case too.
Sure did. Now he's in the NBA.
Yeah.
His mom's had a good tweet.
Oh, what does she tweet?
She was like, it's a representative of everything that happened. He was able to flip everything upside down and come out on the other side.
Hey, that's fantastic.
That's an inspirational mother.
I really found the tweet. I was like, hey, that's a good way to look at it.
That is a great
Most people would be
supportive
irate.
Yeah.
All right, I have an idea.
Oh, boy. I typically don't like your ideas, but especially when you're smiling like that.
I reveal what the ideal is. I have the greatest idea of all time. I disclose it next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Let them know the dread-headed brother loves the Green Bay Packers. When you see me, Goody, let me in the box.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. What happens when you mix a 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year with a Packers Hall of Famer?
I'm not going to get into the Kringle turnover game, so that's what it needs to be. I think his legs. Yeah.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Like the pastry. Are you guys being serious? You guys can't put two. I got it. I could not get it.
They don't call themselves Racine Danish turnover.
Sorry. Sometimes I wonder about you two, man.
Catch him from 9 to noon right here on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Love is in the air at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, play to your heart's content in the Love It or Leave It $300,000 game show. Thursday night, you could love your prize or leave it for another. For a chance to cuddle up to thousands in cash and prizes, just play using your rewards card. Get ready to love it or leave it. Only at Potawatomi. Learn more at PaysBig.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Ashton Rotman with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Brown Deer High School's Amira Grant. The star for the Brown Deer's girls basketball squad, Grant is having an incredible season. 4 50-point performances this season for the Falcons, all coming within the last month. The senior guard leads the state in scoring at over 40 points per game, and at all-time sits top 5 for Wisconsin. Grant will continue her athletic and academic career at the Division I level next season, with the offers starting to pile up. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Amira Grant from Brown Deer High School.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
She's different and special and loaded with personality.
And there's one more thing, but you can't explain it in words. She's the one.
She's the one.
The one. You know it.
Your friends know it.
The whole world knows it.
We curated a special selection of engagement rings for her.
Can you guess what we call it?
We call it the One Collection by Kessler's.
Because these engagement rings are different.
And special.
And loaded with personality.
And one more thing. But you can't explain it in words.
Engagement rings in the One Collection start at just $725.
But some of them are more.
A lot more.
But we've got you covered.
First, we have 12 months financing at 0%. Or
second, we have 36 months financing at 9.99%, both with approved credit.
Third, we have second chance financing if you need someone to give you a second chance.
And don't forget the Kessler's warranty.
The strongest warranty of any jewelry store in the world.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Little Greatest Showman remix. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, no Brad Nortman. He has left us. It won't be back till next Monday. But I will give you a task, Alex Strofe. For the idea that I have, I'd love to hear the voice of Brad Nortman.
Do we know where he is?
Yeah, he's skiing.
That's right, he's skiing. You told us that.
Oh, that's your memory loss. I'm sorry.
Short-term memory loss, Alex Strofe running the show. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless talking text line.
I know.
Now,
I'm just a bad listener.
I want you to dial him up.
Now?
Yeah, there's like a 0% chance he answers, but I want to at least give it a shot here.
Now, we know he's not turning up, right?
I don't know what he's doing.
He's skiing. He's on the slopes.
Doesn't mean you're not turning up before you hit the slopes.
I hope not. That seems dangerous.
You know, I had said something was disrespectful, and unlike Kyle, I like to put my money where my mouth is. You got sent right to voicemail.
I think his phone's off. Straight to voicemail.
No, you got to do it twice. iPhones.
Yeah, do not disturb. Maybe he's on do not disturb.
Yeah, iPhones, you got to call it twice. I learned that with you iPhone folks.
You call it twice if
got to.
do not disturb?
Yeah, the first time it goes to D&D, and the next time it goes through.
Last week I was like, you know what? This feels disrespectful. Right. Oh, right to voicemail?
Dang, the Brad
directly to voicemail.
The Brad got his
phone's just off. He's off the grid.
Is it off or does he have us blocked?
Well, I have something that I'm going to do because of this. Are you trying him now
Kyle
too?
now calling him too?
Right to voicemail.
Wait a minute. All right, that's one. Keep talking. I got you.
The Brewers over-under is 83.5 at Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
Brad Nortman. I'm sorry I'm not able to take your
Oh, man. Yeah, we ain't going to hear from him. He sent us a couple texts this morning. Now, phone's off. I've already curated, willingly, might I add, because I know this has happened in the past where Kyle's done some complaining. I want a mass Brewers over 83.5 ticket. I will be putting
what does that mean?
$100 to $200 a part of this ticket.
Dang.
I've already received $100 from somebody. I've already been committed another $100 from the producer of the Analysis Show, Tony Cartagena.
Damn, how much?
So we're already, and then I got 20, 460,
that's 480.
50 from Wisconsin's Afternoon News.
That's 530.
And I'm going to get a lot more. We're going to go to Craig Karmazin. We're going to go to Jen Latta.
530.
We're going to go to Gabe Neitzel. We're going to go to Jim Rutledge, new affiliate, 100.5 ESPN Madison, new affiliate of the Brewers.
They have no choice.
I want to get this thing to over a G.
So you just want to get over a G so you can just cash out. So instead of people doing it themselves,
it's the idea that we're going to win together. Don't you want to win together?
You know, Strofe, he tried this before when we first.
Yeah, but that was roulette. This is the Brewers to win over 83.5 games.
It's not the Brewers I'm concerned about. It's you.
Yeah, I'm also concerned about you and the math here. I did click the sports desk though, because I am willing to chip in $50.
Oh wow, you have big money.
Oh, speak of the devil, I just got a Teams message internally here. Move mine up to $20.
Oh, wow.
How low was it prior?
It was a $10.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I had told people anything you'd like. You could do $1. It would just pay back $1.80
or something.
You get your $1.80 back because it's minus 120-ish on Pato Sportsbook. We are gonna have a great time. Because if you have a wager for the season long, it makes every game that much more important to know, right? You had this, you won some money on the Packers.
My ticket in still.
Yeah, Brad. But you know what? It's official. Hit the KBN Sports Desk. Brad Nortman just texted me while skiing the slopes. He's in for 100.
Oh wow, Brad. He must be feeling himself. $100?
$100 from Brad. I just got the text.
That's big money from Brad. You just got the text.
Just got it right now. Hot off the press.
Wow,
All right.
intriguing. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems
Strofe?
accurate.
Turned his phone on quick.
Yeah, really quickly.
I'm in for 50.
Text you.
Yeah, I'll do 50 bucks.
You're in?
I'll do $50.
All right, Kyle.
Hold on a minute. Here's the thing.
So
this is going to win. This is going to cash.
This is going to cash. You get your money. Like, whatever you win, you get back.
Are we sure you're going to be? I mean, keep in mind, this isn't going to cash until September. It's February.
Yeah.
7 months from now, you're going to know where you have all the data of who paid you what and who gets paid
all the
out
data
what.
is right here. I already have green checks next to who's paid. And I will, when I make the ticket, I will put, if you did 20, you will win blank. And so when it wins, I can give that person $38.27. The 20 on the bet and the winnings on the bet.
Wait, so I only win $18?
I will do the Ben Brust guarantee of insurance.
What does that mean?
If I lose the ticket, I'll still pay it.
Oh, wait, what is this insured by? This is just a random your word?
I am a binding contract on the radio.
So this is the same guy
now,
that told me he
although
didn't
I
throw
would
up?
love to take everyone's bets that are coming on the Carbless Talking text line, I cannot do that. But if you go to Potawatomi Casino Hotel and you put whatever you'd like on the Brewers over, we can do this together. This will be a KBN Nation thing. This will be us and you listening. So go to Potto, you place the bet, and then I will say, you know what? It's official. I'll do 200. Whatever I win from 200, I'll put towards a bar tab.
Okay, I love that. Love the idea. I love your energy toward it. Aren't we a little concerned with your track record on group bets?
Exactly. That's
what's gone wrong.
What's going wrong? We put, 100 on black?
That's roulette. This is a bet.
But you pressured me into that and you lost. You made me so confident.
I don't want you. I don't need you.
Anytime
this is going to go over a G without or with you.
But anytime I gamble with you, I lose.
Then stay away. Don't be a baby.
Well, I don't
be
want
a baby.
the Brewers to lose
pro
because of you.
Brewers.
Well, I'm pro Brewers too. 83.5 this is about the Brewers. This isn't about me. This isn't about the spreadsheet. This is about the Brewers. This is about. It's kind of about me. This is my grand idea. Get on it. Come on.
So if
Venmo, $100 from a teammate.
Damn. I ain't got 100. I may have 10.
You have 20 in your wallet.
Two tens in the bucket.
I got
two tens in a Benny.
I got to get lined up on Wednesday. This is what this cash is for. This is for Mo Cuts, my barber. That's who this is for. Shout
you
out
don't
to Mo.
use a credit card?
No, it's cash only. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry. A well-established businessman he is.
The cash only?
No, he probably got a card machine in there, 3% fee tax.
And that's the thing is Kevin chimes in on Homer's calling. He's alive.
Oh, Homer's alive.
Homer's alive.
He's calling you, or is he calling the?
Homer, you're live on the radio on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. I just wanted to make sure you were okay because Tony Smith said your phone was texting random things. He can't hear his phone. And he hung up. I heard his voice. Did you guys hear his voice a little bit?
That don't sound like Homer. He's a clone. That's a clone. He sounded entirely
Oh, by the way, Homer will be in for this. Are you kidding me?
He's calling me now.
Maybe the original Homer, not the clone Homer. The clone Homer will not.
And as I was getting to, Kevin says, you're going to talk this win total up that it's going to move the line. I want to get this in before it moves the line.
So wait, if
Homer,
I give you 20,
joining us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. First and foremost, Tony Smith joined us and said that your phone was texting him that like SOS, emergency, Ben Brust is moving locations. Yeah. Do you know anything about that?
Well, yeah, because my phone went goofy and I couldn't get my phone to it couldn't slide or touch my iPhone to move it. So then you usually try to hit some buttons.
Oh, is this
and
the
next
phone
thing
you
the buttons
sold
I hit say,
is this the phone
yes,
Ben
yes,
sold you? Oh,
yeah.
What? Ben, you sold him a phone.
It was refurbished.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. It's still connected.
Still says it's Ben Brust's phone. That's why Tony Smith
why did that click?
The weirdest thing. No. Hold on. This is the weirdest thing ever. Just randomly. Now, I don't know what to do. And usually, like, you hit a couple buttons. The next thing I know, it says, keep doing this and you'll get emergency. And now I can't stop it. And the lady answers the phone and says, 911, what can I do for you? And I go, my phone is messed up. I don't even want to talk to you. I don't know how to stop it. And so she hangs up. And then I start doing it again, and I end up with her again a second time.
They're going to arrest you, Homer. You're a nuisance.
Sir, do we what?
You're a nuisance. They're going to arrest you.
No, that's what I thought. She said, well, can I give your name? I said, no, I just want to go away. I don't know what to do with my phone. Now, I violated the first rule. But anyway, so yeah, and then because, I don't know, it starts sending to these people, and I can't stop it from sending all these messages. Every time I turn my phone on, all these messages go to you, to Tony Smith, to Jeff Sports. I don't know what to do. Of course,
SOS, Ben Bro sold you a lemon. He sold you a janky phone. Demand a refund, Homer.
You got Homer. The best thing that you can do.
You can demand whatever.
You got to come in. We got to help you. We got to help you. Come in.
Hold on. No. Wait a minute. I solved this problem. So then I just go into the emergency SOS or whatever, and I saw these names. I eliminated all of them. Now, here's the mistake I made. The second I had a problem with my phone, and I give credit to Jaime, my son-in-law, who's really smart. He says, whenever you have anything, you just go to the computer, go on YouTube, and put this thing in. So I did that, and it said, hit this button, and this button in this order. And it took 40 seconds to go away. And I could have prevented all this stuff, but I was starting to get mad, going like, "What is this?" I keep calling 911, and then it kept sending these contacts to my emergency things, and then Tony calls and says, "What is wrong with you?" I didn't know that it was sending these things, and then they show up on my contacts, and then I turn off the phone, thinking that solved it, and then when I turn the phone back on, it called all those people again.
Sent it again,
and so eventually. I mean, you can know by how many times you got texted. Eventually, I think it stopped about noon, but it's nice of you to ask that I'm okay 12 hours later. Could have been dead. Now you think it's worthy of calling Homer to see if he's okay.
Homer, we called as soon as we found out.
As soon as we found out, yeah.
Tony told me about this.
I didn't get anything. It's sent to Tony. I didn't get anything.
Wait, so
yes.
How many?
It sent it to Tony, and it also sent it to Jeff Sports. Why don't ask me.
Why do you have so many emergency contacts, Homer?
I don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't know how they got there. I never once put it in I don't think I did. I don't know, but I figured out how to eliminate all of them. I have no emergency contacts. So if anything actually happens bad, then I'm going to die because I eliminated
unless Tony
all
Smith and Jeff Sports comes to the rescue.
Jeff Sports.
Homer.
No, he's eliminated too. I got rid of all of them.
When I see you at 5 o'clock,
has that ever happened to you on your iPhone where you can't? It says slide to unlock. It wouldn't register anything with my fingers until I hit those two buttons exactly to where it's like, all right, 911, buddy. If you keep doing this, you'll have 911 in 6 seconds or 8 seconds. And I'm like, no, it can't do that. And so I don't. I mean, I'm pretty old, and nothing like that has ever happened, so I don't know what I had to hit to start this whole system.
Well,
where you cannot. Yeah, I never thought of blaming Ben. Yeah, Ben, that anxiety would normally cost me $100 at a psychiatrist, so just give me $100.
Well, I was going to ask you for $100 for the Brewers over 83.5. Bring it in if you're in.
I don't know.
Noodle that.
Do you know how good the pitcher is?
Noodle that.
No, I really.
I got to take a 2-minute break.
Really
We're still in the first hour.
We should really do it on principle because they're always better.
They're always better. Yes, that's exactly what we're going with. They're always better. I saw a clip. We'll be back in 2 minutes. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is hosting another Scramble tournament with $1,000 in cash prizes available. Hey, ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellerson, and Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center invites you to play in a 2-man scramble at TPC Scottsdale, all from their comfortable golf simulators. Grab a friend and sign up today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. The tournament costs $120 per pairing and is happening now through February 28th. Your winter chance to play TPC Scottsdale awaits. WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows.
ESPN Wisconsin's Kyle Wallace for Universal Windows Direct, and they have the Love Your Windows sale going on now. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and there's no limit. It's the perfect way to save big. Schedule your free in-home estimate today.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
When you don't compromise on the court, you shouldn't compromise off of it either. Lose the calories, not the taste. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Copyright 2024.
Hey, Bucks fans, enjoy Michelob Ultra at Champs Americana in Brookfield, the Sandlots of Salem in Salem Lakes, Kelly's Bleachers Big Ben, Magoo's on the Mound in Milwaukee, and Curly's Waterfront Sports Bar and Grill in Pewaukee. Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Show the world what your business is made of with 3 Tree Marketing.
So at 3 Tree, we're storytellers through merchandise. Every brand we work with has a unique story, and we're there to tell it using merchandise, display, appreciation, and gifting.
President Kevin Van Rossum knows that's important.
There's promo peddlers again, or tchotchke vendors, or whatever cliche people want to use. But we work with our client partners to become an extension of their team. We provide ideas, unique offerings that fit budget, timing, as well as messaging.
Check out why 3 Tree is the partner you need. 3treemarketing.com.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Well, Homer is alive. That is good. My name's Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace. No Brad Nortman. We make up the Kyle Brust and Nortman portion of the week. Alex Strofe running the show. 800-990-3776. I can't get over the fact that Homer is calling 911.
I want to know what the 911 operator's response was to this 70-year-old man going, I don't want to
talk to you.
I don't want to be here.
I don't want to be here.
You gotta be careful you say that. They may think something else, so you gotta be careful. But I'm glad he's okay, and I'm glad they didn't come find him.
So Jason Wilde is scheduled to appear in a little bit here.
3:15?
A little bit later, probably.
I mean, if we took a break right now, we're
we
not
still
back
wouldn't get to him.
So.
Yeah. Kyle, just let me know right now, because this Brewers over 83.5 is happening. I just want to know if you're in or you're out.
How much do I win off my $10?
You would win $8.
$8? That's
so
it?
So you'd get your 10 back. You'd get 18 total.
$8? I'm doing odds for $8?
Well, you can do 20 and you get like 18.
Oh, $18. That's so great.
Why do you think I did 200?
I guess to make it more worth your while.
Very good. It's basically $1 a game.
I got a 20. I mean, I got 10 on it. A dub.
A dub.
Yeah, I got 10.
A dub.
I think is a dub a 20 or a 10. I don't know. I haven't used that terminology.
That would be a 20.
Here.
No. I got half a dub.
If you give me your 20, I can give you 10 back, and you could be officially
I don't think he
in.
understands what I just said. My barber takes cash. My haircut is going to cost me about $25. I need my cash.
Cheap haircut.
Do you tip him?
Yeah.
Why'd you look at me like that?
Yeah,
that's
you
objectively
don't
a cheap
tip
haircut.
No.
So this is why it's all cash.
I tip him $3 to $5 each time.
That's it?
$3 to $5?
Yeah.
You got a lot of hair.
I got a lot. What do you think he's doing? He's not. He's just lining me up. He's not cutting my hair, my dreads. You think I get my dreads cut every time I go?
Not cut, but maybe something with them.
He literally lines up my face, cleans up my face here, and that's it.
Oh, that makes sense.
He doesn't retwist you?
No, that's my loctician. I got to go to her tomorrow.
A loctician.
Now, believe it or not, Ben and I have never gone to a loctician before.
Oh, really? With that stringy hair of yours, you've never been a Rastafarian boy?
Like I said, believe it or not.
Yeah, I believe it. Very much so. She can hook y'all up too, though. She can give y'all some weave.
What are the chances Jason Wilde jumps on a
slim to none?
No, I'm saying like percentage wise. I'd put it at 0.0001%.
I'd put it. Yeah, that's about right.
Is he just not like he doesn't like having fun?
Let's find out.
He's not a gambler.
Yeah, but this is fun.
He loves the Brewers.
This is team building.
However, Ben Brust can make it about Ben Brust.
No, I said
he's
team
a team
building.
building initiator.
Yeah, I would love if Jason Wilde gets in on this. I for sure will be into.
I don't care about Jason and you. You are irrelevant.
That is messed up. You work with me every single day or 5 days a week.
You're just a fun sucker. You already sucked the fun out of this.
Okay, if Jason says no, are you going to call him a fun sucker on air?
But I already know he's a fun sucker.
Okay. I want you to say that. Repeat that.
All right, I will.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Will Ben Brust tell Jason Wilde he's a fun sucker?
Nope, because he's a fraud. That's why. You're a fraud.
Watch this.
You're absolute
Watch
fraud.
this. Watch this, Kyle.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Fun sucking Jason Wilde next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Dick Van Dyke, real quick on the cha-cha slide ACL, says she was carried out by all 5 of us. 5 people?
That's a big girl. That's a big girl. Yeah, that's a big girl who did cha-cha.
Stop it, Kyle.
What you mean? 5 of them had to carry. That's a big girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Starting off with an accident on the ramp from Hawley Road to 94 eastbound, so watch out for delays there from 76th Street to Hawley. Westbound's going to be a bit slow as well, coming through the stadium interchange to about Hawley Road as well. Other than that, we're looking actually pretty quiet around the area. When business brings you to Milwaukee, make the Knickerbocker on the Lake your home base. Enjoy modern meeting rooms, lakefront views, and refined dining. Visit KnickerbockerOnTheLake.com to book today. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly clear, very cold, a low of 6 below with a wind chill of 15 below to 25 below. And then tomorrow, mostly sunny, very cold, a high of 10 with a wind chill of 5 below to 25 below. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lavida on 94.5 ESPN.
The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
That's the idea of a deal. Each side gets wins, right? They have Jordan Love under contract for the next 5 years.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino.
I think Packers fans would sign up for 12-5 today, and maybe they will be.
Right here on 94.5 ESPN and also streaming live on the Wisconsin On Demand app and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Ready to tackle your home improvement project this winter? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. As a 5-time President's Club Award winner, Exterior Pros is not playing around. With flexible financing, it's never been easier to invest in your home without breaking the bank. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation today.
Men's wedding bands made from whiskey barrels and meteorites.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Listen up, gentlemen. You're fighting an unfair battle. Studies show testosterone levels in men have plummeted by 25% in just 2 decades. That's why you're struggling with energy, muscle, and drive. But here's a game changer. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments boost testosterone by 30% on average. Imagine reclaiming the vitality your grandfathers had. Picture turning heads, dominating your career, and feeling unstoppable again. Don't settle for today's normal. Seize the day at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
It started with a prediction.
We'll go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
That weird Wisconsin weather is here. Snow one day, sun the next. But you can always count on Tsunami Express to keep your car clean. With 6 locations across southeastern Milwaukee, Tsunami Express helps fight that salt, grime, and mud with powerful vacuums and state-of-the-art wash technology. Technology like their best-in-class T2 with graphene for a long-lasting shine and protection. Stop at any Tsunami Express location and get your first wash free when you sign up online at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Terms and conditions apply. First wash free for new members only.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice. because the Earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. The Wolf of Wall Street was on the other day when I was flipping through channel. Great family film.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
I'm a naturally inquisitive person.
Holding everybody accountable.
If you feel better about that, I'm happy to do so.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, no Brad Nortman here with you till 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock on ESPN Wisconsin. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. And yes, was I wondering if this bet got over 1,000, if it hits, if I'll have to pay taxes on it.
Yeah, your tune changed real quick.
I have to keep this one under a G.
Oh, what happened to one and make it massive and large and huge, as big as possible?
It depends on if I have to cover the taxes.
What if I give you $900?
I'll take yours.
Oh, I'm sure you would.
Yeah, I'm sure I would too. Because it'd be funny to get $100 out of you again if you say you never do it again. Is Jason Wilde joining? What happened?
Yes, in just a moment. So what happened was when Homer was on the phone with us at 3:07, technically still a part of the 2 o'clock hour, I just texted Jason. I said, hey, all-time Homer derailment. Everything's fine.
Yeah, he called 911.
But we're running late. And so I called him. We got back on track. I called him about 3:17, 3:18. And he said, dude, I figured I had some time, so I took the dogs on a walk. It's like negative 10 degrees out here. I can't really be on the phone. Can you give me a few minutes?
Wait a minute.
I said, yeah, I'll call you back at 3:21, which is right now.
All right, so we're calling Jason Wilde back.
Can you take dogs on a walk without in this weather?
Yeah. You just can't have them out there for a long period of time.
Dogs have coats, naturally.
With the little footies?
You don't need that. They're tough.
My dog has them.
Of course your dog has. Of course your dog has.
Wait,
footies.
She's 11 pounds.
You're claiming this dog that's not yours?
It's mine.
You're a step-parent?
It's mine.
It's ours.
Oh, he is.
That was bad. It's ours is okay, but you're saying it's mine.
I have her grooming appointments on my calendar.
That man is whipped. You don't even claim your wife's or your wife's
it's
dog.
ours. It's our puppies.
You treat her puppy differently than your puppy.
Maybe it's tiny.
You play favoritism.
I mean, yeah, but like here's the thing: when you have a dog for 3 years prior to knowing each other, like 4 years.
You don't even like her dog, Ben. You know you don't like her dog.
No, I love her dog, and her dog loves me. Like, is absolutely obsessed with me, probably because I didn't love the dog initially. And so it's been, trying to get back in my good graces.
Oh, so now you do love the dog.
I love the dog so much.
You love the dog like I love things, huh?
Yeah, it's like the Kyle version. I love her dog,
Yeah.
but damn, when I'm trying to lay down, it lays his body on me. I was like, get off me.
Yeah, I don't understand this whole dog sleep in a bed thing either. That's beyond me. Never happened in my household. Would never.
It would never?
Hell no.
I wonder how many of Jason Wilde's animals sleep in their bed. Because
Stella, right? Is Stella his dog?
He's got a zoo at the household.
Wait, how many animals does he
Joining
have?
us now on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is Jason Wilde. How many animals do you have in total?
Well, we had to put one of our cats to sleep a couple weeks ago. It was a very sad,
Sorry to hear
emotional
that.
day. Yeah, so poor AJ, very self-destructive. So it was a struggle, and we miss him. But so we're down to 5 cats.
Damn,
5
cats!
Kyle.
2 dogs, 4 hamsters, and 2 fish tanks.
Oh, you really do got a zoo over there.
I said he's got a zoo.
So can I just ask, why do you have so many animals and pets?
Well, there's a couple reasons. One, we've got a lot of animal lovers in our house, so that's probably the primary reason. We started out with 1 dog.
Uh-huh.
And Stella, yeah, that's you. She's riding along. Both of them are actually. And then we got a cat from a farm. So then we had 1 dog and 1 cat. Then we decided
the American dream.
That we needed another cat that we found at the Humane Society. So we had 2 cats. Then 2 weeks later, Maddie went to the pet store where they had cats for adoption from the Humane Society. and she wanted to adopt a third cat. And I said, no. And I put it on Twitter. Hey, there's this cat. We're not getting another cat. And then we ended up getting a cat anyway. So,
how did you know what a
three?
Yeah. You got.
Well, so then during the pandemic, Paula thought it'd be a good idea. We needed another female cat, so we went and got. We were planning on getting a fourth cat, which again I agree excessive. And so we found this cute cat. Her name is Sabrina. She's named after Sabrina Ionescu. But her brother had been found with her.
Couldn't leave the brother.
And you can't separate a brother and a sister, right? So we got them. That made 4 and 5. And then the one that we had to put to sleep a couple weeks ago, we had some friends who had a friend who didn't know what to do with him. He was destructive and troublemaker, and we decided we said, well, we can help you try and find a home. Which, as I already have pointed out, the last time I tried that technique, we ended up with the cat, and that's how we ended up with AJ too. So,
do you need to put your seatbelt on, Jason?
No, Stella does. She doesn't wear a seatbelt, and that'll go off eventually, I hope. That's not annoying at all, by the way. I'm sorry.
That's fascinating.
So,
6 cats is a lot. Your house must have, a lot of
well, and I know where you were going there, but you were too nice. Hey, good, the beeping stuff. Quickly, we also decided to get a second dog. One of Paula's friends from high school has a farm outside of Denver.
I remember this because it's a golden doodle, right?
Yeah, yes, a golden doodle. They're both black and white. This one puppy looked just like Stella. Paula thought it was a good idea. I said, if you can guarantee me that getting another dog will be good for our existing dog, I will fly to Denver and go get this dog. And our veterinarian actually said that it would extend Stella's lifespan by having another dog, and that was the selling point there. Now, I want to clarify.
What about 8 hamsters and the fish tanks? We haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, the 4 hamsters. We have an extra bedroom. 2. No, we got 4. But I just want to clarify 2 things. One, we've got a lot of litter boxes that the girls don't have many jobs, but getting those clean every day are really important. There's no way to say this without it sounding like bragging, but we have a pretty large house in terms of square footage, so it doesn't
just roam around like a farm inside the Wilde estate.
Yeah, and so it doesn't smell like we've had plenty of guests, and when they find out we had 6 or now 5 cats, they're always surprised because they expect it to smell like some sort of crazy cat lady's house with, cat pee and whatever else, and it doesn't. So. It's a very loving place, and you guys are welcome anytime. But it's one of the reasons why we can't rent out our house as a verbo for the draft because no one wants to take care of all the pets.
Yeah, cats are. One thing I have with cats is cats are kind of sneaky and quiet, and they jump on you or jump on things around you. They're just too much for me. Too much. And they can open
you're
doors.
Kind of sneaky though. I feel like you get along well with them.
I am not sneaky. I am just low key.
They call him the Nightcrawler back in the day. Kyle Wallace.
The women I talk to. Gotta get it right.
Now, Kyle can't understand the concept of dogs sleeping in the bed. Do you allow that? Because I used to pre-child.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I usually wake up with 1 to 2 cats somewhere in the bed and 1 to 2 dogs. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was sleeping at a friend's house one time, and a cat literally jumped.
A friend.
And a cat. Just know the cat jumped in a place it wasn't supposed to. I was literally woke up out of nowhere, like, "What in the hell? You got cats running around here?" So no.
Are you still friends with this person?
He's going to plead the 5th on that one as Jason Wilde joins us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. The reason we were late...
the 3rd degree about all my pets, but now we start to ask a little bit about the private life of one Kyle Wallace, and suddenly we got 5th Amendment issues.
And that was pre-2020. Anything pre-2020 don't exist, Jason. These casts is all post 2020 you got.
Okay, all right. Rules are rules. Good to know.
We were also very concerned about Homer, who at some point, I think, I don't know, the SOS, Strofe, help me here. Tony Smith came in. What's going on?
So here's what happened, Jason. So about 2:02, shortly after our show begins, Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith walks into the control room here at the Gruber Law Offices studios. He says, Strofe, I got to show you something. And he had about, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this, he had about 12 to 15 text messages from Steve the Homer True, the legend you can hear on the Homer Hour from 5 to 6. And they just said, emergency SOS in all capital letters. Ben Brust's location has moved, and then there was a link. And Tony got 15 of these messages over the course of the last few hours. So immediately, we're like, A, why does it say Ben Brust's location? And B, is Homer okay?
Yes.
So we started calling Homer.
Not answering.
Couldn't get a hold of him. And then finally, about 2:55, Homer calls us and says, thanks for checking an hour late. I'm fine. But here's what happened. He had a glitch in his phone that he kept calling the 911 operator. And apparently Homer had to tell the 911 operator multiple times that he was fine, but his phone was glitching out. And so he would hang up with the 911 operator. He'd restart his phone, and then he'd be back on the phone with the same 911 operator.
He's like, I don't want to talk to you.
And so we finally connected the dots that this was the phone, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago that Ben Brust
that I sold him.
Sold to Homer.
Sold Homer a lemon.
Thus why it said Ben Brust's location had been updated, not Homer. So that's kind of the long and short of what happened. But Homer is alive and well.
And Jason Wilde has dropped. Your story was so good that he dropped.
Really, I bored him, huh?
I actually thought you did a good job explaining that.
I thought you did a fantastic job explaining. I am still just blown away
by the cats,
by an animal farm or zoo that he has. Like the 5 cats that used to be 6, 2 dogs, 4 hamsters, 2 fish tanks. My goodness, that is just too much stuff going on.
It's like a full-time job.
And no, it is a full-time job. Jason ain't got that type of time. Cats are the worst.
Hey, well, real tough for you not to say that right with him on the phone with us.
I mean, he's a loving. I mean, he's led with his cat. Recently had to be put down because the cat was too aggressive.
Jason Wilde joins us after Strofe bored him with a Homer story. Or did you just hang up to call to make sure Homer was okay too?
I'm always glad when Homer's okay. What I don't quite understand is why you guys are having so many issues today between Homer's concerns about his health and now I'm losing calls. This segment has literally delivered nothing, right, other than my animal stories and a little awkward time for Kyle's dating history.
Well, I would say the YouTube viewers have gone up. The texts are coming in. People love it, Jason. You got to give the people what they want.
Great.
Old Mick Wilde.
Glad to hear it.
I mean, Kyle's he doesn't get it. I love the animal stuff. I guess, do you have any questions for Jason?
I do have a question for Jason Wilde because we were talking about this today. Josh Jacobs just praised.
Well prepared, Benny.
Just praised Jordan Love. And I do want to know, when you look at this season, Jason, Jordan Love obviously struggled. Do you think it was more so the struggles are on Jordan Love, or do you think it was on Matt LaFleur getting Jordan Love prepared week in, week out?
Oh, wait a minute. Do we really think Jordan Love struggled?
Struggled against the high-quality teams. I mean, he didn't win. Here's how I'll put it. I don't think he won them games this year against the good teams.
Okay.
And if you don't like that question, we're asking every ESPN Wisconsin personality, and I know your answer, but I also know you. You would like to feel included. Would you like to hop on the Kyle Brust and Nortman over 83.5 wins for the Milwaukee Brewers at Pato Sportsbook? If you would like to, I'd like to offer.
How much do I have to pay in on that?
Anywhere from $1 to $100.
I'm at 10. I'm at 10, Jason.
I believe in Pat Murphy. I don't gamble, so I won't take part. But I would say that I believe in Pat Murphy and their ability to win. So I will. So basically, the question is, will they finish over 500? Largely.
Essentially,
right?
Don't take this the wrong way. I just didn't want you to be the fun sucker. Kyle's fun sucking right now.
I don't mind. I don't mind being the fun sucker. That's not my. That's not my jam. But I am definitely a believer in Pat Murphy. I'm a believer that they will figure out a way to put together a winning roster. I don't know if they'll be a playoff team. I don't know if they'll be, division threat to win the division. But I think they'll win 84 games or more. So put me down for a believer, even if I'm not participating in your wagering.
Anything you got for us since this went so well?
Do I have any questions for you?
Yeah. Flip the script.
Yeah. Here's a great, because let's be honest, there's not a ton happening at this very moment with the Packers. Although it looks like Alan Lazard is also going to be to again if they want to bring him back.
No,
to be their number one receiver.
I saw he's dating Miss Peru. I saw that today. Alan Lazard's dating Miss Peru or Miss Universe from Peru.
Wow, good for them. I'm glad. I hope they're happy. So we had Matt LePay on today, and we're going to have your old coach Greg Gard on today, or later in the week, hopefully. And we were asked to ask Matt if he saw any similarities between this current team and the 2015 team. Now, was that your final year, or was 14 your final year?
14 was, but have plenty of familiarity with the 15 team.
So that's what I thought. But I don't know if they have a guy that you look at and go, hey, that guy's like me. That guy's like Ben Brust. But I don't see the similarities, but I don't know basketball the way you do. So I guess my question is, do you see similarities? Because that team had 2 first-round draft picks on its roster, and I don't know if I see that on this team. What do you think?
I got a lot for you here. Here's why I don't see similarities is because the way that they're playing. Number one, the last 10 years of Badger basketball, they were in the bottom 30 of pace. There's like 350 teams in NCAA. They're anywhere from 320 to 350, including our teams. Even when we were offensively efficient, we were slow as ever. And I said this with Alex Strofe when we bombarded the station and did a 6 to 7 college basketball show. I saw against Iowa, a Iowa basketball player from the left wing shoot a 3. And when we played Iowa, we would try and slow the game down and make it so ugly that they were so uncomfortable that they didn't even want to play it, and we found a way to win. They missed a 3, and Gardo is on the sideline waving them down. Get the ball. Go, go, go. So they're playing faster than ever, as efficient as we were, and the best teams that we've ever been a part of or that you've watched, maybe not 2000 team, all 5 guys can dribble, pass, and shoot. Everyone is a threat. So that's the similarity. Yeah. Everyone is a threat on the floor, but it's hard for me to compare when you can't compare when we played so dang slow compared to these teams. We were as efficient offensively and even more efficient defensively, but the way, the pace that they're playing, they're scoring 95 points on the road at Purdue. Are you kidding me? When we won my sophomore and senior year, if it was 60 or 70, it felt like 100 to us. So it's you can't compare the two. You almost just have to buy in. It took me a while, Jason. I was thinking to myself, eventually they're not going to be able to score at this clip. It will regress. Nope, I am all in on Gard and the way that this team believes, because you could get down 10, and this team in 1 minute and 30 seconds can go on a 7-0 run like boop, like that. We never had the ability to do that.
Yeah, they are. They're fun to watch. They're averaging nearly 82 points a game, which I never thought I'd say about my alma mater. And it is. They're so much fun that I'm watching them trying to steal anything I can use with Sydney's team, because their offense is just a joy to watch right now. And as much as I love Dick Bennett, I don't think I ever said that his offense was a joy to watch.
Did Sydney's team do better after you stole some of that?
Well, there's a difference between stealing it and then implementing it and being a smart enough coach to use it. We do use some of their motion principles. We run an offense called Circle that steals some ideas from Gardo. I'm not smart enough to implement them. That's why the head coach handles that. But I'll say this. The kid banged down a 3 to end the game on Saturday, and her dad was pretty proud of that. Of course, they still lost by 12. But, hey, she hit a big 3 at the end of the game.
Individual stats matter in losses. Build her confidence.
Thank you for the time, Jason.
All right, boys. I'll talk to you on Thursday. Take care. Be good.
We'll have lots of questions for Jason on Thursday.
Well,
I can tell you that much.
How do we feel like that went? Just a moment of self-evaluation.
I enjoyed it. I mean, so look, every single time we're with Jason, we ask a question and then a question and then a question. I like a good change-up. I like a good airbender, so to speak.
So what you're saying is Brad's the problem.
I mean, I don't know.
He kind of does. Brad just there. If we would have done this, he would have followed.
Yeah.
If we're being honest,
I wonder if he would have been as shocked by the 20 animals he has in his house.
That's a lot of
animals.
They legitimately might be able to fill out legal permits to be classified as a zoo.
That is a farm.
They might be able to.
I don't think you can legally have that many pets in your house.
That's actually a great point, Kyle. He may have admitted to misdemeanors on the radio.
As exciting as this Badger basketball team is, none of this matters except for one thing. And I'll tell you what that one thing is next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Women ask you, do you love me? Why do you love me?
Wait, why am I always the one doing that? Tell me why you love me, baby. I need you to make me feel better.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
For the most part, looking at a relatively okay ride. The only real issue that we've got right now is a fire on the exit to Burleigh from 41 northbound, so watch out for that. Otherwise, just general delays westbound 94 from 25th Street all the way through to Mitchell Boulevard. Also, southbound 4394, just a couple pockets of heavy traffic coming off the high-rise bridge heading down towards Lincoln, and then again to about the KK River crossing. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast, tonight mostly clear, very cold, low of 6 below with a wind chill of 15 below to 25 below. And then tomorrow, mostly sunny, very cold, a high of 10 above with a wind chill of 5 below to 25 below. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Join their two-man scramble tournament and play TPC Scottsdale for a chance to win cash through the 28th. Sign up at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
Wisconsin is still cattle country, and that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand-select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top-quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Visit Bunzel's at 90th and Burleigh or bunzels.com.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Kyle Wallace for Universal Windows Direct. February is here and love is in the air, but if you're not in love with the way your home feels this winter, Universal Windows Direct has the perfect solution with their Love Your Windows sales event. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and there's no limit. Need 4 windows, you pay for 2. It's the perfect way to save big while upgrading your home. Schedule your free in-home estimate or visit universalwindowsdirect.com, and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Love is in the air at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, play to your heart's content in the Love It or Leave It $300,000 game show. Thursday night, you could love your prize or leave it for another. For a chance to cuddle up to thousands in cash and prizes, just play using your rewards card. Get ready to love it or leave it. Only at Potawatomi. Learn more at paysbig.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Join the roar of 18,000 Bucks fans at Fiserv Forum and be a part of the slam dunks, game-changing plays, and electrifying victories live. Witness the edge-of-your-seat action and unforgettable moments as they happen. You don't want to miss this. Grab your calendar, handpick your favorite matchups, and secure your seats for Dame time in Milwaukee and every incredible moment that comes next at bucks.com/tickets. That's bucks.com/tickets.
Steinhaffel's President's Day sale is happening now. Find great deals on amazing bonus buys throughout the entire store. Then take an extra $100 off every $14.99. Plus, get a $100 MasterCard for every $14.99. See store for details. Or make your new room more affordable with Steinhaffel's 36-month 0% financing. Get in today because these deals won't last long. Shop in-store or online at steinhaffels.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
All it takes is one small step into one of the Princeton Club locations, and you'll find a better tomorrow for yourself. That's what I did. I took the tour. When I was in the Madison area, now I live in the Milwaukee area. Free childcare with a membership, open 24/7. They have something for everybody. Done personal training, weights, cardio, workout classes. I know Madison Hayes 24 on Instagram is still working on her quest to find love at the Princeton Club. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways. Sideways. All right.
Wait, what happened? What's going on, girl?
Fill us in.
There's nothing new.
Uh-oh.
That's thumbs down.
Sounded sad.
You in a drought? You in a winter drought?
I don't know if it's sad, but it's not happy.
Oh.
It's just like, I've almost like just given up.
No!
Oh, wow.
But men are great.
Oh, okay, give me your pitch.
When you find the right one,
Oh boy.
it's worth every second of the rest of your life.
I will say
You're saying that about her or yourself? And I mean, by her, I mean your fiance.
I was speaking as if I was my fiance there.
Yeah, I don't think she believes that about you.
Yeah, men are a lot of work.
Men are a lot of work.
A lot of commitment. A lot of stress you have to deal with.
You know what?
What's your pitch, huh? What's your pitch about you?
Well, here's my vibe right now.
Okay, what's your vibe?
I'm just going to go on being me, and the right person's just going to show up.
Oh, wow. She must have had a really stressful weekend.
Clearly. Good.
You had a stressful weekend.
I was kind of on my I'm going to get a boyfriend or I'm going to get a man energy for like a little bit. Wasn't I?
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, you know what? It'll just happen when it happens.
You just need to start swiping.
I agree.
No.
Swipe.
Just start
away.
Swipe
away, sister.
You need to change your location.
We should look to where?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, Kyle, how do you know about all this?
Well, I used to swipe back in the day.
And you used to change your location?
I'll give you guys my phone, and you guys can just pick someone.
Let me do it.
They're all excited. They're all
During
excited.
the break, let's go.
Yes.
All right, you guys. I'm
I
so
missed
serious.
the thrill of just swiping.
Why on the break?
Actually, Alexander picked a man for me
He sucked.
Saturday.
Oh.
What? You did like the slide-in line.
Oh, no, you asked me to respond to a man for you.
Yeah.
How'd I do? Did he respond back?
Oh, wow. What an entrance.
He said that?
That's what he said back.
Oh, good for me. Good for me. I'm a good wingman.
He has no idea he was responding to a man.
It was a weird emoji you used. I was like, all right, whatever.
All right, so the quest for is Ryan Wollersheim on the board? I hope he is, because he's our other lost soul.
Ryan, you want to go on a date?
It's not Ryan, it's Chrissy.
Oh, thank God. Chrissy, I won't dive deep into your relationship issues. Just know that Ryan has many. Stay away from him.
Thanks for the advice, Ben. I really appreciate that. Good luck.
Good luck.
I think I said that in a weird way.
I think so, too.
I meant to say I wish Ryan was there because I really like giving him crap.
Ben, you have like a weird role where you're just like the relationship guru.
Yeah.
He's not
I'm a guru around
I don't
here.
really get it either. You know?
I'm a guru.
But you're not.
You're not a
You're
guru.
not a guru.
I wouldn't trust you with, relationship advice, nah. You're a little wild.
How am I wild?
Well, I will give you credit. You have evolved.
Very much so.
The kid has certainly made you mature at least a touch.
More than a touch.
A lot
I said
of it.
at least a touch.
You
A lot
have
of
excitement and passion for the cause.
What do you mean by the cause?
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Like you're always very open to like giving relationship advice and like trying to find someone.
Yeah, because now that I see how great it is to have a child, I'm like, if you want this, I can help you get this.
Man, tell my girl, I want a baby.
You want a baby?
I'll be happy with a baby.
Huh?
Yeah, I would be happy with a kid. I'm getting old.
Like ASAP?
I mean, if it happened, it happened.
Oh, this is a new development.
This is news.
Do you have something to tell us?
What? No, I do not. As my phone vibrates.
Uh-oh. Well, Kyle's in trouble, as he always does.
And go to the Princeton Club.
And make sure you check out the Princeton Club for a better tomorrow. I'm
just going to go to break.
Yeah.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Kayla Williams sucks.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman every day from 2 to 5. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
There's only one store that gives you every possible choice in diamonds.
Welcome to Kessler's.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Peter Burns.
I think that Adam Silver finds himself in a moment of crisis right now with the NBA. And I like the NBA. I don't love the NBA, but I like it. And you have the ingredients of a great league. But take last night, for example. The Slam Dunk All-Star Game weekend should have your biggest stars. But when your Slam Dunk contest, one of your cool little niche events that's used as a marketing tool, has to rely on a G League player to save the event, you wonder why the ratings are down. They need to have someone take control. And I think LeBron's too old for that any longer, right? Like I don't need to see LeBron doing the dunk. That'd be like watching Mayweather and Pacquiao fight like 8 years after their prime. I don't need to see that. To me, LeBron disqualifies himself from the greatest of all time conversation in NBA history because he didn't even do it once.
Something amazing is happening here. AI is increasing workloads on CPUs and GPUs. But this company's laptops are more than keeping pace. That's because CDW worked with them to future-proof their laptop fleet by configuring them with devices enabled with AMD Ryzen AI. Improve performance and free up resources with AMD Ryzen and CDW. Make amazing happen. Find out more at cdw.com/AMD client.
Lowe's knows that your business is built on speed and trust. That's why the Lowe's Pro Desk is here to get you what you need the moment you need it. We'll help you plan your project, calculate your materials, and pivot when your job takes an unexpected turn. And with our pro-only checkout and dedicated pro parking, you have what you need to tackle your job and be back on the job in no time. Just visit us at the Pro Desk. Lowe's knows pros. We help. You save.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I could say you home with me, but you were with another man.
So earlier in the show, we discussed Jordan Love. And I'm not going to lie, I am shocked by the reaction of KBN Nation.
What was it?
It wasn't negative towards Jordan Love.
You only read the negative one, so I don't remember.
It was more like, as I was going through, it was, yeah, it is a prove-it year. Like, yeah, you can't just be on 2023. Because everything that we've talked about can be true. 2023 could have been awesome those last 10 games. 2024, he could have been through injury and ups and downs and then lost the games against the better teams, bad in the division. But he's still in his second year starting. I know he's older, but experience is big here, guys. Like, as we've talked about, what Brad's done, the mean median mode of all the ages, the quarterbacks, when they win a Super Bowl. Like, you need experience in anything you do, right? And so that's why this Jordan Love puzzles me I get really excited because I know what it made me feel inside watching him throw those ridiculous footballs, the pill slings, as Josh DiMaggio would say, the Minnesota game on New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
I mean, he was ridiculous. I mean, my man was ridiculous in 2023. At no point in 2024 did we walk away and come here on Monday or a Friday after a Thursday game and say, damn, he was good.
I mean, there was I believe it was a Texans game where he had some nice passes.
Yeah, come on now.
There wasn't many Jordan Love games where he had to put the team on his back to win a football game. That's just what it was. The way that this season kind of worked out, the Packers usually got up in games, and he never really had to really put the team on his back. So overall, for me, is that I agree he didn't have a lot of those pop moments, but it still doesn't take away the development that we're expecting to see from Jordan Love. We have to remember this is going to be only year 3 as a starter. You just saw Jalen Hurts from the exact same draft class. You see how long it's taken him to actually get to the promised land and win the Super Bowl, and he has a much more talented roster around him. So it's not easy to win. So that's why I have to just give credit to Jordan Love because he still has performed as an above-average quarterback.
But at this point, wouldn't you say that the roster isn't built for him to have a Jalen Hurts type season to win a championship? The success of the Green Bay Packers, fair or unfair, is kind of been on the shoulders of Jordan Love since he started starting.
I would say so. Year 1 definitely was on his shoulders. Last year, I would say we put it a little bit on. We shifted it up a little bit, putting more of a run game, an emphasis on the run game with Josh Jacobs.
But he wasn't Saquon Barkley. You know what I mean? He was good.
He was really good.
He was really good, but he wasn't.
He scored a touchdown, I think, in like 8 straight games.
That's wonderful, but you can't.
That's wonderful. That's what you're supposed to do.
You can't win in the NFL if your quarterback isn't making plays.
The Green Bay Packers again won 11 games, but to your point, the most important 6 games that they had, they lost against high, really talented football teams. So again, Jordan Love was going to have to elevate his play. I'm going to give him a pass on this year because in half of those games he wasn't healthy. The Eagles game, he was a little inconsistent in the first one. The Packers still had a chance in the end.
I agree, Matthew.
The Lions and Vikings game, he wasn't healthy.
Haven't seen enough pill slings from Mr. Love in 2024. Need more pill slings. Now, Strofe, was it true on Sunday Karma you guys discussed a little Milwaukee Bucks?
You guys is probably strong, but one of us guys did, yes.
That very guy, Kyle Wallace, wants to go to war for this Milwaukee Bucks team against me. He thinks they're legit. In 2 minutes, I tell Kyle he's an idiot, so don't go anywhere.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Damn Sports Show in Beaver Dam, Jim, Matt, Molly, and Madison. Milwaukee Bucks. They're dead.
You're gonna give them all your money. Radio plays what they want you to hear. Tell me it's cool, I just don't believe it.
For the most part, looking at a relatively okay ride. The only real issue that we've got right now is a fire on the exit to Burleigh from 41 northbound, so watch out for that. Otherwise, just general delays westbound 94 from 25th Street all the way through to Mitchell Boulevard. Also, southbound 4394, just a couple pockets of heavy traffic coming off of the high-rise bridge heading down towards Lincoln, and then again to about the KK River crossing. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast, tonight mostly clear, very cold, low of 6 below with a wind chill of 15 below to 25 below. And then tomorrow, mostly sunny, very cold, a high of 10 above with a wind chill of 5 below to 25 below. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Join their 2-man scramble tournament and play TPC Scottsdale for a chance to win cash through the 28th. Sign up at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lajaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The wait is over. Brewers Brewers baseball is back. Time to pick your Brewers games and get back to the ballpark for tailgate traditions and walk-off wins. Be here for opening day. Come back for the big games and the best giveaways. Where else would you want to be? Brewers tickets for the 2025 season are on sale now. That's opening day and every game, all summer long. Get on board for the show today. Grab your seats at brewers.com/ticket finder.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here for Kohler Services. Well, if you've been putting off your bath or shower remodel, now is the time to turn to Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. Again, that's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Enough is enough when it comes to joint pain. Your knees, your hips, your shoulders, your back. If you're experiencing that, and you're probably feeling it right now as I'm describing it, QC Kinetics is your answer. You don't need to wait any longer. QC Kinetics is going to give you a free consultation to make sure that they can eradicate that joint pain and give you a personalized plan to movement and health. I know when I went there, I was amazed at what QC Kinetics had in their toolkit to be able to get you back where you need to be. PRP, platelets, plasma, so many things that I was able to see with my own 2 eyes and be able to experience my own personalized diagnosis and route back to recovery and feeling my best. They can give you the exact same thing because they are using regenerative treatments that are sweeping the nation. You could be like one of the thousands of QC Kinetics patients that are so satisfied with their results. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith here. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The Wisconsin On Demand app and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys. Holla, we them boys. Holla, holla, holla. We making noise. Holla.
It's the 414 hour at 4 on KBN.
Why is it that I opened up my Instagram and on my For You page, it's a Packers account. It says we should have won the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, wow. That's
wow. But isn't this a big old wow? Like, just in the 2-minute break that we had, I just went through a wild, put myself back to where I was. And that was when the Packers lost to the Buccaneers in the 2020 NFC Championship game. Does anybody else remember how trash that defensive pass interference was on 3rd and 4? No, yes? First off, the ball was way overthrown. And second off, he sold the contact.
Wait, so this guy's talking about 2020 or this guy's talking about last year they should have won the Super Bowl?
2020. It was highlights of the entire game.
Yeah, it's rough.
Tom Brady's 3 interceptions were ugly in that second half.
Yeah.
They weren't even good, they weren't even close. They were freebies.
Yeah, Jair had 2 of them things, right?
2.
Yeah.
Here's how low I was feeling. I dropped the beer into a bag of Tostito chips, and I drank it out of the bag of Tostito chips that day.
Yeah. You remember you telling us that.
Yeah.
I was sitting in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. I remember exactly where I was. I was wearing my Charles Woodson jersey.
I was wondering if the clip was going to give me made a one-score game, but it did not. 31-26.
Yeah, let's erase that one from the memory. Not his best call.
It's tough. It's tough. As Packers fans, we had a lot of heartbreak. I know. I mean, they came back. They were down, but goodness gracious, that team was so freaking good. And how could they not, off of 3 turnovers, win that game? Aaron Rodgers couldn't get it done.
Oh, so you're blaming Aaron.
3 turnovers.
He deserves a lot of blame.
Your defense. That defense forces 3 turnovers, and you can't win a football game.
I agree.
That's rough. That's a lot of opportunities in decent field position.
But we just give a pass to the second-year head coach for kicking the field goal and then never getting the ball back?
I was upset. I was very upset at the time when that happened, yes. But, I mean, overall...
Kyle, when's the last time you cried over sports.
I don't cry over sports. Even when the Bucks won the
You throw a
championship.
fit.
Fake Packerbacker.
No, what do you mean? Fake Packerbacker? I'm a grown man who knows how to control my emotions. I don't need to cry over stuff. I don't cry over stuff like that.
No, I don't need.
When's the last time you cried, period?
Oof, been a while.
You could use one.
What? Why?
It's healthy to cry.
I mean, I'm happy.
Are you not in touch with your emotions?
No, I'm
This is your
happy.
toxic masculinity.
I legitimately have a very happy life. I love my family. My family loves me. I'm happy. I have nothing to cry about. What is there to cry about?
The best days are when you laugh, cry, and think.
No, I don't need to cry, and I think all
Jimmy
I need
V
to.
once said that.
Well,
is that exactly how he quoted it? Laugh, cry, think?
It might be the wrong order, but I don't think the order matters as long as you do all three.
I don't think think is one of them, by the way.
There's nothing wrong with crying, by the
is.
way. For men and women out there, there's nothing wrong with crying. I usually cry when tragic things happen, and I've been blessed to have a positive life around me.
If you laugh, you think, and you cry, that's a full day.
Interesting, huh?
That's a heck of a day. You do that 7 days a week, you're going to be having something special.
Darn straight.
So when's the last time you cried, Ben?
Oof, when I was puking on
cry?
Saturday. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Strofe, you cried?
Yeah, he's cold, baby.
I cry. It's been a while though. It's been a while. What made me cry recently? That was really dorky. I watched. It was like a. You remember how Kirk Herbstreit's dog passed away?
Yes.
They did the tribute to Ben Herbstreit on College Game Day. I sobbed like a baby, man. I watched it twice.
I'm not gonna lie. I can't get there. I can't cry over
a dog,
like somebody else's dog.
Yeah.
But it made me think of my own dog.
What's wrong with your dog?
Nothing. She's a sweetie. I woke up with her in my arms this morning. It was adorable. She's a little 11-pound fluff ball. I love her.
Okay.
But I mean, you start thinking about what's going to happen when she passes away. I'm going to be very sad. But she's only 2, so we got some time.
Oh, yeah, you got a lot of time.
But, I mean, yeah, I think it's important to cry. It's important. You claim you're in touch with your emotions.
I am in touch with my emotions. I'm passionate. I get upset about different things, but I see no reason for me to cry unless it's something really to cry about. You're weird. What a weird thing for you to bring up talking about
800-990-3776. When's the last time you had a good cry?
No.
Text that in.
No, I don't want that. No,
you can talk to us, too.
Erase that. I don't
We're
want
a family.
Erase that?
This is not KBN therapy session. Listen, KBN Nation, I love you, but please do not text that in. We don't need all that sadness.
Lean back a little bit. Let's make this a KBN therapy session.
No.
It seems like you might need it.
No, not at all. I legitimately do not like taking on other people's emotions.
Well, you don't have to. We need to take yours off.
This
of you,
is
though.
stupid. This is not an emotional show. It's an emotional show. It is
It
not
sure
that type
is.
of emotional
You are
show.
Mr. Emotion.
Yeah, this isn't a therapy type show for sadness. That's not sports related.
Yeah, I would do this topic, but I don't really have anything I've cried over in the last year.
I've been around a group of people crying for
Your daughter
something stupid.
just turned 1 year old. She hasn't made you cry.
That is beautiful. I might shed a tear for that.
No, I just she's just happy and smiley. Why would I cry?
Oh, so
because
beautiful.
you're so you can cry happy too. Happy tears. You've heard of them.
I cry at the weirdest things.
Okay, go on.
I told you guys know this.
Well, tell me again.
All right, we're heading into the time of March Madness, right?
Oh, you play that song and then you cry?
No, it's not. I hate One Shining Moment. The moment
because you didn't
get
it.
That's a bad take, by the way.
The Elite Eight, when the buzzer sounds and those teams get to celebrate on the floor, those kids get to celebrate, and it's kind of taken away the joy now that they're getting paid millions of dollars. I'm like, damn the kids, they're getting paid and they get these experience. This is all I had. All I had was the experience. I wasn't getting any money from it. But when they win a championship and you see the joy, I don't know. There's something about the sacrifice, knowing what people went through. NBA championships, NCAA championships,
you're so soft.
Super Bowls. I'll cry when I see the emotion from the players because
why are you crying over that?
Everybody can cry over what makes them tick, Kyle.
This is a day I need Brad here for Brad to be the.
Colin's now crying at the Carbless Talking text line because Kyle doesn't care about us.
Exactly.
No, I care about KBN Nation, but I don't want to spend KBN Nation. This is supposed to be a happy show. I don't want to spend time talking about why people are sad and crying. This is not the space for it. Go to 620 WTMJ for that. 1017 The Truth. This ain't the space for that.
As I did bring up the 2020 NFC Championship game.
That made me cry, by the way.
Only one person to blame in the 2020 playoff loss. Kevin King. Disagree.
That's one play. I mean, a huge play. Huge play.
Mike Pettin.
I mean, yes.
They were on the 40. How do you let someone over your head? Somewhere in man, somewhere in zone. Like, oh, man. I could re-legislate this game so much because it's the one that got away. It is the one that got away from me that bothers me so much.
Yeah, again, it was a rough one. It was definitely a rough one. And you really thought the Packers actually had a chance in that game. And it's just, I don't know. We have so many of them, especially after the Super Bowl, that they all just kind of feel the same. They all sting.
I like this from Dave from Aaron, since Kyle wouldn't place the bet. How many division wins do the Packers end up with next year? Over, under 3.5?
Over.
All right, then put your $20 on it.
Over.
Put your $20 on it.
I mean, what are the odds?
Strofe, you good to put that up on Twitter at KBN ESPN? Packers 1-5 in the division in 2024. Over under 3.5 wins in the NFC North next year.
They got to be over. If they're not over, that means it's a struggling season. You go 3-3 next year, that means it's a struggling season. We're not hitting the stride we need to.
It's a
need to be down.
They won 11 games and were 1-6.
No.
They could have been 13-4 if they won 2 more divisional games.
Exactly,
and that would have been a struggling season to you.
No. Well, they lost to the Bears, but I mean, I didn't expect the loss to the Bears. You just cannot be swept by those teams again. You absolutely have to split with the Lions, and the minimum split with the Vikings. At a minimum. I just think the Green Bay Packers bounce back next year. I feel good. I don't know what the Lions are going to be at the quarterback position. We don't know what Sam Darnold's going to be, if he's going to come back or not.
I'm having a hard time deciphering whether these are people crying or people talking about the NFC Championship game versus Tampa Bay, because I think it's a mixture of both. I'm 30 years old and I cried when the high school team I coached in football lost 75-0.
Damn.
You got waxed.
What are you crying for? You knew at 40-0 it was over.
Oh, jeez.
Warm the buses.
Oh, you think those tears started in quarter 1, 2, halftime, 3, or 4?
The whole game. Just crying the whole game. Chris in New Berlin. Again, I like this. When's the last time you cried?
Oh, my God.
And biggest moment of the 2020 NFC Championship game.
Talk Packers.
We will.
We're talking this emotional
Don't
stuff.
forget, shortly after the second half kickoff, this game was wild. Aaron Jones fumbled early in the drive and Tampa scored.
Yep.
Big momentum swing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones, he kind of was so unclutch, it killed me. He was the best Green Bay Packer, but he would always.
Oh, but you loved his wipe me down first down.
Oh, I mean, I loved Aaron Jones. He was awesome, but that really killed me.
Yeah.
Chef Ed says under. They're going to go 2-4 in the division. Andy chimes in, the Kirk Herbstreit game dog tribute got me as well. I think it's the music they play that got my tear ducts going. So Alex Strofe is not alone in the last time he cried being the Kirk Herbstreit dog video.
What about when Kobe passed?
I don't think I cried. I think I was in shock.
Yeah, I was in shock too, yeah.
I just, maybe I'm just, I don't know what the right word is. I don't know, it sucked. I don't know Kobe.
No, I don't know Kobe.
You know what I mean? I'm not friends with him. I feel bad for the family. The whole story is sad.
Yeah, it takes a lot.
But I'm not gonna Kobe. I didn't worship him.
And I don't cry over sports either. I may get upset, but I don't cry. At the end of the day, I'm still breathing. I still got to go to work the next day.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, life's gonna continue on.
With or without us, Trophy. With or without us.
You're annoying.
Who?
You.
No, keep it 100, man. Listen, there's a lot of worse things in life. I could be in a lot of worse places.
I don't disagree with that.
And I wake up every day.
You can't
and
be
I
an
get to
emotional
here.
person.
I am an emotional person.
No, you're not.
What you're saying is because I don't cry, I'm not emotional enough.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
This is stupid. I hope we use this as an air check so I can just write stupid.
For those who don't know what an air check is, it is when we take a segment that we've done, we listen back with management, and we all give feedback on how we think the segment went.
Matter of fact, use
How do you think this one went, Kyle?
Yeah, stupid. I'm just going to say stupid. I'm just going, as soon as I start hearing them, I'm going to say, I'm done, stupid.
All right, there it is. Next segment, Not Stupid. Kyle wants to talk about the Milwaukee Bucks. But first, he's going to talk about the installation process.
The installation process. I'm going to tell you this right now. You know what happened? I was literally in my house this weekend, and I had to put the blinds back up, and I was so prideful because I put the blinds back up, and I was inside the room of my universal windows, and I said, boy, oh boy, it feels so cozy in here. And I want y'all to have the exact same experience when you go into your room. And you go into that room, and then all of a sudden, when you used to feel chill, you don't feel it anymore. When you used to hear that kick on or the heat, you don't hear that consistently. I want you to have that feeling. You can have that with Universal Windows Direct. And right now, they have your Love Your Windows sale at Universal Window Direct. So right now, you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. You buy 4 windows, you get 4 free. I bought 3 windows, and guess what? I got 3 more free. And you can be just like me by working with my friends at Universal Windows Direct. Visit them at uwd.com. And guess what? When you go there, you will also see that you have 3 years. 3 years of zero interest financing. Yes, zero interest financing for 36 months, 3 whole years with Universal Windows Direct. Visit them today at Universal Windows Direct to set up your meeting, and maybe you'll have my boy Jamie Shea. He may come to you and hook you all up just like he did me. Contact them again at universalwindowsdirect.com, and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Kyle believes in the Milwaukee Bucks. I just can't get behind it. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
And I'm going to quote the great Martin Luther King in this.
Wow.
I'm going to bring up MLK. You know what he said? Oh, wow. He said, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. And you know what matters to me? Booing Craig Counsell and booing the Chicago Cubs.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Westbound on 94, right about at 35th Street. We've got the right lane blocked with a crash, so watch out for that. Delays coming out of the 20th Street area. We also have the off-ramp from northbound 41 to Burleigh closed because of a fire, so watch out for that. Really no other delays to speak of, actually, for the rest of the system. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, mostly clear, very cold, a low of 6 below with a wind chill of 15 below to 25 below. And then tomorrow, mostly sunny, very cold, a high of 10 above with a wind chill of 5 below to 25 below. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Bulaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Right now, more than 100,000 children waiting in foster care need our help. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is focused on finding them safe, permanent homes. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Love is in the air at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, play to your heart's content in the Love It or Leave It $300,000 game show. Thursday night, you could love your prize or leave it for another. For a chance to cuddle up to thousands in cash and prizes, just play using your rewards card. Get ready to love it or leave it. Only at Potawatomi. Learn more at paysbig.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Look what I found.
What is it?
It's a list of the traditional and modern anniversary gifts for each year of marriage.
Sarah and I use a different list.
But go ahead and tell us about yours.
The traditional gift for your first anniversary is paper, but the modern gift is a clock.
Well, our list says the first anniversary is always diamond jewelry.
What's your list called?
The People's Choice.
The traditional gift for your 6th anniversary is iron, but the modern gift is wood.
What a coincidence. For the 6th anniversary, our list says diamonds again.
What do you have for the 10th anniversary, Rick?
Traditional is aluminum, modern is diamond jewelry.
Well, there you go. Our lists agree.
What have you got for the 7th anniversary?
Copper and a desk set.
Nope. Diamonds again.
I'm beginning to see the wisdom of the People's Choice list.
It's good to have you on board.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Did you make up that People's Choice list, or is it real?
Well, we're people, aren't we?
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
So many of our youth carry unimaginable burdens. anger, depression, even thoughts of suicide. At Rawhide Youth Services, we recognize their pain. We help them find hope and healing. For those that need a second chance at life, we refuse to give up on them. Please be a part of our life-saving work. When you donate your used vehicle to Rawhide, you're helping change the lives of countless youth in our communities. Go to rawhide.org/donate and help them realize a brighter future today.
When two equally powerful opposing forces meet,
this is one of the best rivalries in the NBA.
Something has to give. These collisions can make entire cities shake. For centuries, the world's leading minds have tried to describe these cataclysmic events. The National Basketball Association calls it Rivals Week. NBA Rivals Week. Heat versus Bucks and Celtics versus Lakers. Thursday from 7:30 Eastern on TNT.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Man, our poor guy Tyler held those tears in that 75-0 loss as he was coaching football. First two kickoff returns for touchdowns in the first 2 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Held the tears till the bus. Proud of you.
He was a coach?
Yeah.
Cool. Listen, you
coach better.
You gotta set a better example. Like, you gotta tell them, like, hey, fellas, you can't cry over a loss. You gotta say, hey, fellas, losing is part of life. It's about how we.
Oh, so you now are giving our KBN Nation.
I was a coach. I coached as well in school.
I was a coach.
We got spanked. I won my first ever game and proceeded to lose the next 9. All right, so I know about losing.
Oh, just like Gottlieb.
Yeah. The next season we won 3 games, but I told the kids, it's a lesson in all these losses, right?
They're probably like, shut up.
No.
There's no lesson in this 50-0 loss.
A decade later, these kids will still text me or message me and say, what up, coach? That's what it's about. It's about young men being successful.
Oh, my gosh. You're so... Look, he's on his high horse.
No, it's not.
They text me later and they say, what's up, coach?
They do. It's not about winning and losing when you're 15. Most teams.
No, it is about winning and losing. And that's why you were D3 at Whitewater and sucked.
All right, sure, I guess. I mean,
it is about winning and losing. No. I wasn't good enough.
No.
My team lost, as you would say. Our team lost in the Final Four.
It's a little different.
We weren't good enough. There's no silver lining.
Yes, there is, because guess what? Because now when you have your wedding this summer, I get to hang out with all these great basketball players.
If we would have won, they always came anyway.
No, it doesn't matter. You still have those great memories. You may have had the loss. You may not win the game, but the journey that you had, right? The journey that you had.
You don't even know if you're invited to the wedding.
I'm going to crash it. I know where it's at. So I'm going to be there one way or another. Just have my plate ready. Or I'm going to have a heavy apps.
All right, Kyle, what the hell were you talking about on Sunday Karma from 10 to noon with Alex Strofe?
Strofe, do you have what I said? Because sometimes I don't know.
You asked me if you could save it somewhere. It's not there.
Yes, it is. It's in the Rad Prod. It's definitely.
So the answer is no.
It's not saved in the Rad Prod?
No.
Oh, wow. I wonder what happened to it. Did I delete it? It says Kyle on the Bucks clip for KBN 21625. Are you blind?
Send him it. You can send him
I literally saved it in the Rad Prod. I'm looking at it right here.
But I'm telling you.
You didn't save it in the Strofe folder. You just saved it in the
Rad Prod. I saved it raw in the Rad Prod. I said I was in the Rad Prod. The Strofe folder. I'm not saving it in a folder. Half the stuff in there is from me.
Inside Radio, we have an internal system where we can save audio. And Strofe wanted it to be saved in his folder, which is wild, in my opinion,
he didn't
for him
specify.
To expect it to be saved in his folder.
He didn't tell me. I told him it's in the Rad Prod. He didn't tell me to save it in his folder. I told him exactly where it's at. Do you see it?
If I had to guess, and I don't know, does it stand for Radio Production Rad Prod?
Yes, it does.
Nailed it.
Good job, Benjamin.
I know how to save stuff in there. I don't know what it means.
Regardless of whatever I said on the clip yesterday on Sunday Karma.
He's going to pull it up, dude. Relax. He's got it.
I don't really remember
Kyle Wallace on Sunday Karma.
Not having your star player Giannis, not having Dame, and not having Chris, and you're still able to have Kyle Kuzma contribute, Gary Trent contribute, and then Kevin Porter Jr. actually contributed very well in that game all over the place, right? Like, having these guys step up and contribute. Imagine when they actually can gel and Kyle Kuzma figures out what his role is, right? A Kevin Porter Jr. is able to figure out what his role is. A Gary Trent continues to step up to fill the void. To me, I mean, he's been shooting the ball lights out the last 3 to 4 games. So when I look at this Bucks basketball team, are they going to be a championship team? I don't know. But I feel like this team is better than what they were when they had Chris. They're better than what they were a week and a half ago. And I don't even think it's close. Not even close. That boy was preaching.
Oh, was he preaching?
Yeah, he was.
What was he preaching? Was he really preaching?
Yes, he was. He was spitting facts. I mean, this Milwaukee Bucks
You answered the most important question in your own clip that you said you were preaching. Is this team a championship team? Well, I don't know. That's all that freaking matters.
No.
Giannis's window, now that they've traded Chris, and it's on the record with Horst that he didn't consult with Giannis, that he was trading Chris. You think Giannis is happy? And
Giannis is fine with it.
This team is plus 3,000 to win the NBA championship. They are not even considered a contender to win the NBA championship in this season. And this is the programming we're running. Strofe, you're letting this happen on Sunday Karma. You got Kyle saying Kyle Kuzma, Gary Trent, and freaking Kevin Porter Jr. are going to mesh well with Giannis and Dame and help them? Sure, maybe become above 500 and be a 7 seed and get knocked out in the first or second round. They're not winning a damn championship.
Now you're being disrespectful because right now they're a 5 seed and they're right there close to being a 4 seed. See, what I think with this Milwaukee Bucks basketball team is we're going to have an opportunity to actually see Giannis and Dame excel and have a lot of reliable guys around them. The biggest knock for Chris is the fact that Chris was getting old. He was aging. He could not play defense. He was a liability on the court. Now you bring in a guy like Kyle Kuzma, who's 6'9", 7-foot wingspan, who can defend multiple positions. He just gives you a boost that Chris could not give you. And then on top of that, with that reliability, you'll get more consistent scoring from Kyle Kuzma. And then you also get a bigger body that can also rebound the ball. Then you add a Kevin Porter Jr., who showed that he does have the ability to use his athletic ability to score as well. So the Milwaukee Bucks have many more scoring options and reliable people around a Damian Lillard, around a Giannis. And I'll have you know this, is that the Milwaukee Bucks played that game against Minnesota when Minnesota was healthy in that game.
Dude, it was the last game before the All-Star break.
Now it's the last game.
It was the last game before the All-Star break. Everyone was already checked out to Cancun.
The Bucks lost their last game before the All-Star break last year. I think the Memphis when they were undermanned or something like that. And it was alarming, but we weren't saying, the Bucks season is over. But I think we have to give credit to the fact that these guys scrapped and they found a way to win and beat Minnesota on the road. So when I look at this team overall, I promise you, Kyle Kuzma is going to play a big impact because now he's playing minutes that actually matter.
He hasn't even made a 3 since he's been a Buck.
I don't care. He scored 19 points, and then he scored double figures multiple times. He's rebounding the ball very well. He's able to defend multiple positions. He is going to be a plus contributor for the Milwaukee Bucks. And so the reason why I say I don't know if it's going to be a championship team is only because I need to see these 3 guys together. But what I will say is this. The Milwaukee Bucks are a top 3 team in the East, and I promise you this, the Milwaukee Bucks have a better chance to go to the finals than what they did before. That's easy. And I feel confident. I don't know what the Cavs are going to be. The Knicks do scare me just a little bit because they've been able to beat us a lot. But when I look at this team, the Boston Celtics...
So you think they can compete? So right now, the NBA championship winners per Pato Sportsbook, Boston at plus 200. I'm just going to go with the East for you. Boston plus 200. Cleveland plus 700.
The Knicks are somewhere in there.
The Knicks at plus 1,200. Then you got to go. The Memphis Grizzlies are ahead of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Memphis Grizzlies are like the top 3
championship.
team in the West, aren't they?
They're plus 2,500. And that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter where you are in the regular season. It's how you project for your team to make a deep run in the playoffs.
I'm going to write some. You know what that says? What does that say right there?
Giannis.
That's all that freaking matters. If Giannis, if Giannis was not healthy last year in the playoffs,
or the year before,
yeah. So we're talking about if Giannis
is he hurt right now?
He's sitting out for the All-Star break.
Oh.
So I mean, yes, I mean you're talking about the health of a superstar. If Giannis and Dame go into this playoffs healthy, in the way that Dame has seemed to, he's playing a lot better for the Milwaukee Bucks. I feel confident about this because you have 2 of the top players in the NBA on your roster.
The favorites are plus 200.
I don't care what
Celtics plus 200
That's
Thunder,
fine.
and then you have the Bucks at plus 3,000 to win the championship.
I love the fact that the Cavs are the number 1 seed because with the Bucks being a 4 or 5 seed, we run it back with Indiana. That's great because
you know how much better and younger and athletic they are.
We are going to the Eastern Conference Finals. If it stays the way it is, we are going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Book it. If it stays the way it is, give me the Cavs.
What stays the way it is?
If the Milwaukee Bucks stay in the 4 or 5 seed range and the Cavs keep the 1 seed, and you mean to tell me we get out the first round and then we got to play the Cavs? Oh, I love that. I love that. I love it. Matter of fact, give me the Pacers again this year. I'll take the Pacers again. Run it back with the Pacers. I love it. Because of the fact that the Milwaukee Bucks last year were able to compete without Giannis, compete without Dame. Now you add a guy in.
The Pacers aren't even, I think they're
a 5 seed. They're a 4 seed right now. We're the 5 seed.
They are plus 15,000 to win the NBA championship.
They're 30 and 23. They're a game ahead of the Bucks.
Yeah, they're not going to win the championship. I'm just talking about if everything plays out the way it is, I feel confident that the Bucks go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Feel very. I know the Cavs are the best team right now. They're playing very, very well. But we'll see if they show up in the playoffs.
So let me ask you this: if you think that just in the Eastern Conference, the Bucks are plus 1,400 to win the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, I feel
not to win the finals.
No, I feel good about that. I feel confident the Milwaukee Bucks can make a run. Now, obviously, the Boston Celtics being the defending champions who bring back
the Celtics are minus 139 to win the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, I mean,
you think the Bucks can beat the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals?
That's
you're
the team,
loony land.
That's the team I fear the most. Because I'm just saying. I'm telling you this right now. If things shake out the way that
Kyle Kuzma, Gary Trent, Kevin Porter, baby. They're going to take them right past those Celtics.
Gary Trent has been playing exceptionally well, shooting the ball very well from the three.
Yeah, and so was Malik Beasley for a portion of the season. Then he died in the playoffs.
Okay, but again, you're sitting here missing the biggest point that Giannis was not available in the playoffs for the Milwaukee Bucks, and they still took the Pacers to 6 games.
Wow, that's
Giannis
awesome.
Isn't available right now.
Yeah, for the first time all year, Giannis is out for an extended period of time. And they basically set him out for him to rest.
Rather now than later, but
yeah. So I mean,
we're
talking. I mean, if Jason Tatum ends up not playing in the playoffs, we won't be talking about the Celtics being minus
If Jason
1,
Tatum was out, I'd still put the Celtics ahead of the Bucks.
That's crazy.
No, it's not.
Do you think a Jason Tatumless Celtics team can beat the Milwaukee Bucks if they're healthy with Dame and Giannis? You're crazy.
Yes, I do.
You're absolutely crazy.
There's no one else on this team that can help them.
Jason Tatum is one of the greatest basketball players in the world.
You're putting your faith in Kyle Kuzma.
You're putting your faith in Jaylen Brown and the rest of that ragtag great bunch. Great bunch.
Ragtag great bunch. The ragtag great bunch.
A good ragtag bunch. You think that they can stop Giannis for 7 games?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. That's
you know
crazy.
Why? Because they haven't made it out of the first round the last 2 years.
We've been hurt the last 2 years. What are you saying?
And
bro?
so as Giannis and Dame get older, that's something we shouldn't be worried about.
So you're banking on the Bucks. So if the Bucks are healthy in the playoffs, you have zero confidence in them.
I don't think this team's going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
So okay.
They have shown nothing throughout the entire season.
They haven't even played together with the new roster.
Heading into the All-Star break, this team 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They went west.
They were 3-6 in their last 9 heading into the All-Star break. But yes, they're really ripe with these new additions to make a good run at this.
I think Kuzma was part of what? 2 of them wins. I think he went 2-2. I feel confident. I feel good. You can be negative all you want, but the team got a lot more athletic. They're better. They have a better wing defender now in Kyle Kuzma. They got a guy that's going to be able to utilize his body and his strength to score as well. I feel good. I feel really good about it. I just want to see how everything gels once Giannis comes back.
All right, we'll wait and see until Giannis comes back.
Positive about the Bucks?
It's not that I don't feel
positive. It's just the realistic nature of the team.
There's a lot more to see. Right? I mean,
and I feel good that what you're going to see is going to be better than a product we saw previously.
Because Kyle feels good. The universe is telling Kyle
not the universe. I watched this Bucks team live multiple times, and I feel good about him. I feel a lot better. Kyle Kuzma is already contributing more than Chris Middleton was.
Kyle Kuzma.
This season, yes.
He's right.
This season,
I agree
yes.
with that.
Yes, I know Chris was. It was time. I'm fine
Marshawn
with
Beauchamp didn't play. So now you got
never been a Marshawn guy. Another wasted first round draft.
But now you have Kevin Porter Jr. that's actually going to give you minutes, right? That's an extra athletic body who can give you quality minutes. Y'all tripping, bro.
About what?
That you think the Bucks have no shot whatsoever without even seeing the boys come together.
They don't have a shot to win the NBA championship.
That's a long shot.
Yeah, and it's a long shot for them to win the Eastern Conference Finals.
But you don't even think they're going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. You said you're going to get put out in the first round again.
No, I think they get past the first round and they lose in the second round.
I think
they don't have the team built.
It's going to be tough
outside
to get
of
past
Giannis
the
and
Cavs,
Dame.
but I'm going to go on the fact that the Cavs haven't done it before.
Yeah,
but
it's a young team, young man's league,
and they got some bodies.
We're the old men.
We are. Do they have anybody who can defend? Can Evan Mobley defend Giannis?
I think they still have Jared Allen and Evan Mobley.
I mean, I'm not worried about Jared Allen defending Giannis.
I'm just saying they have size and athleticism, and the Bucks are old, and you're relying on Kevin Porter Jr. and Kyle Kuzma in your argument outside of Giannis and Dame. And Gary Trent. Sorry.
Didn't they also add DeAndre Hunter at the trade deadline?
They did add Hunter, didn't they? Dang.
What did the Bucks add? Or do they
Hunter.
Kuzma.
Was Hunter having a down year? Because that trade didn't make any sense.
Buy low, baby. Buy low.
I'm going to say.
I mean, he's averaging 19 points a game.
If you believe, like Kyle believes, go to Potawatomi Sportsbook with their 2,000 square foot video wall, people. You can get them at plus 3,000. You put $100 down. You put $100 out. You put $10 down. You will win $300 on the Bucks to win the NBA championship. Take that $10. $10 will go to $300 if they win the NBA championship, Kyle. You hear me?
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Are you?
$10 to win $300?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bucks win the NBA championship.
Yeah, that's $10.
I'll be the book.
For $10?
$10. I'll pay you $300 if they win the championship. How nice would it be to get $300 from me?
Nah, I'd rather get it from Pato.
As you should. I got a lot to cash in right now at Pato. We're next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Pull my baby out the goal. Y'all, get him out. Ain't no way in the world my baby going to get hit that many times with a puck.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
A couple of issues. Westbound 94. First of all, a broken down vehicle at about 25th Street, left lane blocked. And then a little bit further on at 35th Street, we got the right lane blocked with a crash. So that is all backing things up in through the Marquette. We got southbound on 41, slowing down from Silver Spring all the way down past Capitol Drive. The northbound side off-ramp to Burleigh is closed right now because of a fire. Beyond that, we've got a little bit of a backup on southbound 43, basically just south of Keefe, all the way down past Center Street. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast, tonight mostly clear skies, very cold, a low of 6 below, with a wind chill of 15 below to 25 below. And tomorrow, mostly sunny, very cold, a high of 10 above, with a wind chill of 5 below to 25 below. Weather's brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals, member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sportsbook, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Kevin Morat, Mentality founder here with a wake-up call. You're running on fumes, gentlemen. Just 1/3 of the free testosterone you need. That's why you're drained, defeated, and disgusted with your progress. But here's the truth. Mentality doctors specialize in epic comebacks. Our clients show an increase of 30% testosterone levels within the first month. We don't just treat men, we reignite lives. Just imagine the focus, energy, and drive being restored. Your comeback starts now. Don't wait. Make this your best year yet. Start today at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
The wait is over. Brewers baseball is back. Time to pick your Brewers games and get back to the ballpark for tailgate traditions and walk-off wins. Be here for opening day. Come back for the big games and the best giveaways. Where else would you want to be? Brewers tickets for the 2025 season are on sale now. That's opening day and every game, all summer long. Get on board for the show today. Grab your seats at brewers.com/ticket finder.
Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer lets you easily compare direct rates from different insurance companies, so you can be confident you're getting the right one, even if it's not with Progressive. Way more confident than you were when you tried online gaming. Who knew 12-year-old boys could be so mean? And where did they learn to swear like that? 2 hours of losing to these underage trash talkers, and you're starting to question if maybe you really should stick to pickleball and other boomer stuff. So use Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer and be confident you're getting insurance that's right for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 16, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology to match your forward-thinking spirit and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
When you don't compromise on the court, you shouldn't compromise off of it either. Lose the calories, not the taste. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Copyright 2024.
Hey, Bucks fans, enjoy Michelob Ultra at Maddie's Bar and Grill, Papa Stash, Tavern on 6, Joe Cat's Pub, Camp Bar Wauwatosa, Maxwell's, Thirsty Buck, State Street Pizza, and Stenny's Lake Country. Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I was at that nice concert or comedy show. I've been calling a comedy show a concert so many times. Same thing. Nice. But I did relax and take a second to enjoy life by having a Michelob Ultra with 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. You can enjoy Michelob Ultra at Who's on Third, Kelly's Bleachers, Big Ben, Camp Bar Wauwatosa, and Stenny's Lake Country, Pewaukee. They are a proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks, and Kyle did walk into our sweet night and see me holding a nice Mick Ultra while he was intently, with those thick-ass glasses, watching the game so he could prognosticate this plus 3,000 Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was a bad game by the
Bucks. Yeah, I mean, they aren't back-to-back. Make sure you enjoy it responsibly. Michelob Ultra is only worth it if you enjoy it, and every time I've had one, I should tell you what, I sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and make sure it is worth it. On Twitter at KBN ESPN, it is pretty split. The Packers went 1-5 in the NFC North in 2024. Would you bet over or under 3.5 NFC North wins in 2025?
What we got on the poll, huh?
51% are on the under 3.5 NFC North wins. 49% on the over.
Good poll.
Not a ton of optimism for the 4-2/5-1/6-0.
Yeah.
I figured it'd be higher coming off of what, I don't know. I mean,
coming off of what? Coming off of a season where the Bucks with the
coming off a season which they could have been 0-6 in the division. I mean,
so the optimism should be lower, right?
I don't know. I mean, just naturally in Packerland, there's a new year, new expectations.
No, 3-3 is like the ground.
This
level
used
foundation.
to be, but this used to be the Packers North.
Yeah, but
forever.
Who you telling? It's been the Packers North before you even were cared about the Packers. When you were a Bears fan. That's how long it's been. The Packers have owned the North.
Yeah, I mean, all I've known is the Packers winning the North my entire life.
And so when I look at this, it's because we don't know what the Packers have made for off-season moves, right? Once the Packers start making off-season moves, that's when that level of optimism is going to be heightened. But at this point, you're still talking about the same roster that they ended the season with going into next year. People don't have any level of excitement to give them the optimism yet. But March 13th, I think, is when the free agency begins. And once that starts and Goody cooks up whatever he's cooking up to make some moves, that's when you'll see the level of optimism go up. We should ask the same question after the NFL draft. Mark it down, Strophy.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that, too. I mean, I just... total kind of a side note, just based on what Kyle just said there. Prepare yourself to be underwhelmed.
Yes. I've been trying to tell him. He keeps saying when free agency comes and Goody cooks.
Look, he might make a move or two. That surprises like he did a year ago, right? I don't think anybody had Josh Jacobs to the Packers on your bingo card. But number one, the wide receiver pool's old. I mean, it's just an old pool. I mean, if they're going to go get a receiver,
T. Higgins was franchise tagged, by the way,
or he's going to be. I think, as the report,
which doesn't mean they can't trade him.
That's what happened to Devontae.
Yes, exactly what happened to Devontae.
So, but at this point, I mean, it's kind of Devontae or bust in terms of receivers.
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened to Devontae when he was a Green Bay Packer.
Yes, correct.
Since we're talking about potentially getting the same Devontae back from the Jets, which he's still on the roster of. A lot to happen still.
He's probably going to get cut there. But yeah, so we'll see. I mean, are they truly going to acquire a number one receiver? It's Devontae or bust in that category for me.
Are they truly going to get a Max Crosby or a Myles Garrett in trading scenarios, which they don't do?
Regardless of what the Green Bay Packers do, I think they have an active offseason. So whether it's going for that big swing and getting a Max Crosby type guy that, or Jason Wilde joined Sunday Karma yesterday, 10 to noon every Sunday here on ESPN Wisconsin, and he said that, hey, if there was one guy that he would think the Packers would get, it would be Max Crosby over a Myles Garrett. Fine. I think that if it's not swinging for the fences with a Max Crosby or a Myles Garrett, I do think we see him sign 3 to 4 guys that are above average football players that are, the Zadarius Smith, the Adrian Amos, the Preston Smith type deals. That's what I see. If he doesn't get some superstar stud, I do think he's bringing in some more horses because he has the cap space to be able to do it. So I truly believe, based off the window and the plan that he has, evaluating his football team, he understands that he needs to bring in some reinforcements, and I think that's exactly what he'll do. Now, will be the top dog out there? I don't know, but I know he will bring in some guys that'll say, okay, let's see what they do. He's going to bring in guys.
Everyone has to make moves. Every team makes moves.
There's levels of moves, right? There's levels of.
I'm scared. I'm scared your levels are a little high.
No, my level is I have every expectation that he spends money, and I'm telling you, it's either going to be swinging for the fence or it's going to be the level of Darius Smith, Adrian Amos, and Preston Smith. And at that time, all three of those guys immediately impacted this team in a positive way, and that's what I expect. He's going to get instant impact guys to fill voids on this roster this offseason. That's my expectation.
You got a lot of expectations for your teams.
So what? So you think the Packers are going to sit on their hands?
No. I'm not saying they're going to sit on their hands, but just like. Even saying, they're going to get the plug and play Zadarius Smith, Preston Smith, Adrian Amos.
This is the type of offseason it's lining up to be.
Whew. The last time they did that was 2019.
Yeah.
And last year they made a huge splash getting two guys.
Yeah, they financially, based off where things are at. And
I know. They're off some dead cap money. No. There is opportunity.
They have the 14th most in the league.
And they could
which is a good place to be.
They could free up to, I think they get up to like $70 million freed up if they do some financial things.
They're going to have to work with Clark, Gary, obviously
Cut Jair.
I don't know what they can do with Love yet. I don't know if they can do anything there.
So I'm just they can figure out some things. So that's why I'm just sitting here looking at it. I feel good.
Capologist Russ Ball / Kyle Wallace here with us. Ben Brust, no Brad Nortman, Alex Strofer on the show. I'm curious as to, we've gone very in the trenches with Brian Bulaga, but I want you to give what you think Goody should do for Brian Bulaga, and I want him to tell you if it's stupid.
What Goody should do. Or talking about as in who he should sign, what positions he go after? Or?
Like sign 2 free agents, trade, draft this, draft that. It's Kyle's wish list for Brian Bulaga, acting as somebody who's been in the building for the Green Bay Packers, which he has been, and understands how they operate. Brian Bulaga, future Packer Hall of Famer, will join us next and answer Kyle's wishes.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
800-990-3776. Say that again. What a radio pro.
He's so...
Say that again. Nobody said a word. Ben Brust, say that. Can we make a rule for Kyle Brust and Nortman?
You're a good producer.
No Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, and no Greg Scalzo, my former co-host.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Baseball season. So close you could almost smell it.
Off the top of the wall and out of here! Garrett Mitchell, a go-ahead 2-run home run in the bottom of the 8th inning.
The Brewers are back on the field for spring training. Catch Cactus League action right here on 94.5 ESPN Sunday, February 23rd.
Fingers come in different sizes.
It's one of the first things you learn as a jeweler.
And a ring can only be sized up or down a little bit.
Which means it's a really good thing to know your ring size.
And it's an even better thing to know their ring size.
This is why we're announcing
the Ring Size Registry at Kessler's.
We're doing it as a public service. It's completely free.
Free. Isn't that a great price?
Here's how it works.
Just drop into any Kessler's Diamonds location and tell one of the owners that you'd like to know your ring size.
Kessler's is an employee-owned company, so whoever greets you at the door is an owner.
They'll determine your ring sizes and add them to our Ring Size Registry.
Then, when someone wants to know your ring size...
Because, maybe they want to surprise you.
All they have to do is call or stop into Kessler's.
Surprises can be fun, don't you think?
We're happy to do this for you, even if you don't buy a ring from us.
But after you take a look around, we think you probably will. Visit KesslersDiamonds.com for a location near you and register your ring sizes today.
Love is in the air at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, play to your heart's content in the Love It or Leave It $300,000 game show. Thursday night, you could love your prize or leave it for another. For a chance to cuddle up to thousands in cash and prizes, just play using your rewards card. Get ready to love it or leave it. Only at Potawatomi. Learn more at PaysBig.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Home practice is about to begin. Your daughter's new tap shoes? Loud. Your son's new tuba? Louder. But you got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with $50 overdraft Greystone. So if you lose track of expenses buying some noise-canceling and sanity-saving headphones, we've got your back. You got this with $50 overdraft Greystone from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Flat Out Friday, presented by Harley-Davidson Motorcycle Company, returns to Pfizer Forum on Friday, February 21st. Part race, part rock show, and part circus. Flat Out Friday adds up to 110% entertainment. Get your tickets today at PfizerForum.com to experience more than 300 riders compete on an indoor flat track. Flat Out Friday at Pfizer Forum on February 21st at 7 p.m. Don't miss this exciting night of racing. Get your tickets now at PfizerForum.com.
So many of our youth carry unimaginable burdens: anger, depression, even thoughts of suicide. At Rawhide Youth Services, we recognize their pain. We help them find hope and healing. For those that need a second chance at life, we refuse to give up on them. Please be a part of our life-saving work. When you donate your used vehicle to Rawhide, you're helping change the lives of countless youth in our communities. Go to rawhide.org/donate and help them realize a brighter future today.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of.
Joining us on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman before the Homer Hour is Brian Bulaga, the former Packer. Brian, what is going on?
Not much, guys. How you doing?
You know, I'm glad that Homer's here because this happened last Tuesday with Homer and John Anderson, with Kyle. Kyle has very, very high expectations for his teams. He's like, why don't we trade for Myles Garrett? Why don't we trade for Max Crosby? But without leading the witness, I want Kyle to explain what he thinks the Packers should do. And as somebody who's been in the building and understands how they operate, where do you think it's realistic and where do you think it's not?
Yeah, so Brian, I think it's pretty easy and simple here for the Green Bay Packers. If I'm Goody, this is what I'm doing. I'm looking at, am I going to take a swing? Because I have the cap space, right? You have the flexibility. You set yourself up so you have this flexibility. You wore the contract of David Bakhtiari in the past, of Aaron Rodgers. Now you have some cap space where you can make some moves. And so when I look at this Green Bay Packers team, are you swinging for the fences? And so I have two different things they need to do. We look at free agency or trading. If you go swing for the fences, that means you're acquiring one of the either Myles Garrett or your Max Crosby. That's on the high end. But the bare minimum, I expect the Green Bay Packers to have a similar offseason like they had in 2019 when they signed Adrian Amos, Preston Smith, Zadarius Smith, and Billy Turner. Like, that's what I expect. Something like that. They're going to get instant impact players. I fully expect the Green Bay Packers to sign at least 3 instant impact players to help fill voids on this defense and then draft a corner.
And Brian, you were on that 2019 team, and that was shocking to all of us to see how many people that they had signed in that offseason. So I'm curious on your perspective.
Yeah, I mean, 2019 was certainly a wild offseason, obviously, with the hiring of LaFleur. And we all knew change was coming, right, when LaFleur came in. But for the guys that have been there for a long time, we weren't expecting the free agency surge. Quite frankly, those guys all played really well. And I understand what happened with Zadarius as time went on and things like that. But Zadarius was very productive for the time that he was there in Green Bay. And still, as we saw him on TV, even when he played Green Bay, I mean, he still continues to be a problem for offensive lines in the NFL. So, like, that offseason was pretty crazy. And it kind of started to set a precedent for how Goody was going to potentially go about doing things in his time as the general manager with LaFleur at the helm. So, I think that if it's not going to be the big home run hit of Myles Garrett or Crosby, I certainly do see Goody probably going after solid contributors in free agency. Are we going to see the huge money signing like McKinney, probably not. Nope. Probably not. I don't think that's going to be the type of signing. I see more mid-level solid contributors. And I think to me, that's what Green Bay is missing. I think when you can only have so many superstars, right? Like this team can't be just full of superstars. If you're just full of superstars, I tell Homer this all the time, like there's a hierarchy on the team, right? Like you got your superstars, you got your like second tier superstars, and then you got your worker bees. Like you need to have your core group of worker bees that supports the upper tier. And if you don't have enough of those guys that supports the upper tier, the ecosystem gets messed up. And that's kind of where I feel like Green Bay is Goody's trying to form this team, is finding that right balance of like your top end superstars and getting the guys around him that support those top end guys. And I think that's where he's going to go in free agency, to get the core around the superstars to kind of help them and push them on to, playing even better football than what we saw some of the guys play this year, but even better than what we expect them to play, what we saw from the year prior and this year.
I love that, Brian. I love it.
But that's just the way, because I always looked at it like, listen, offensive linemen, that's just kind of that's how we are, right? And I always looked at myself that way. Like, what I was just a solid starter. I was part of I was the grunt. I was the worker bee. My job was to support Aaron Rodgers. My job was to support Jordy Nelson, Greg Jennings, Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams. Like, my job was to make sure that those guys could be all-stars. And I took a lot of pride in it. And like, that's where guys have to find their role on the team. And if you go out and find those key role guys that appreciate their position and know what their role is, it makes everyone better on the roster. And I think that's the balance that, Goody understands it. He's been around the building for a long time. He's seen the teams that have been great, the teams that haven't been as good. And he knows where to strike the balance. And you can't go out every free agency and just drop $20 million a year on each guy you go get. Like, it's just not, you can't do it. But you could certainly spend money on mid-level type guys that turned out being really good, right?
So let me jump in here, because I'm curious on your thoughts. I only looked up Za'Darius and Preston. Xavier McKinney this year, 4 years, 67, and obviously the way that contract was made is more front-loaded and whatnot, and more options in the back end. But Za'Darius, so Xavier was 4 for 68. Za'Darius with the Packers was 4 for 66. Preston was 4 for 52. And so that right there, that was big time money in 2019. So to me, setting that as the below the Crosby and Miles still feels like big for Goody, because he only did it in 2019. And then you mentioned it might be the way he builds moving forward. He really didn't do that.
Well, yeah, we got to look at too the safety position at the time. Like that was the pass rusher market, right? Like the pass rusher market and the safety market are not the same animal, right? Like they just aren't. True. And like if you look at the pass rusher market in 2019 compared to what it is now, the safety market is just getting to what the pass rusher market was in 2019. And Z and Preston were great pass rushers, but they weren't even top tier pass rusher guys, considered top tier pass rusher guys in 2019. But they were both getting around that 18 million, 19 million type number. But Xavier McKinney's getting top tier safety money right now. And this is, 2024. Or in 2024. So top tier DN money right now. I don't know the exact number.
Rashawn got 4 years, $96 million. So that just tells you how much they're getting paid.
Yeah. So we would assume Myles Garrett would probably you would have to assume, if you do a 3 or 4, it'd probably be around 130, 140.
Oof.
So that's the way you'd have to look at it.
Woof, woof, woof.
Yeah.
Foof is right. Pay.
Over under 3.5 division wins for the Packers this year.
Over.
I like that.
The poll has 54% of fans on the under after that 1-5 last season. Brian, I'll be listening on my drive home to pick up my daughter from daycare. That's when Brian Bulaga and Homer take over in 2 minutes. It's the Homer Hour. Thanks, Brian.
Yep.
Don't go anywhere. You heard me. It's Brian Bulaga plus Homer.